So stupid. My lord. Alright. Okay. I feel like that should be better, right? I fixed it. Hi. What's good? Yeah, that shit, that was crazy. I was like, it is not supposed to look like that. I'm glad y'all noticed. Yeah. I have specific settings. Luckily, my microphone settings never change, even if my computer does update or refresh or anything like that, so... yeah. Great. Yo, Braxton, what's good? What are y'all doing over there, Quoka? And that sucks, man. Hopefully you can get some free time and chill and or sleep. Really? Do you have experience with that, Desiree? Oh. Dude, for some reason, I thought you were, like, doing some, like, work type shit. Or maybe you were, like, I don't know, in some kind of combat type shit. But, okay, you're visiting the fiance's family, which... I said combat. Because that might be the same thing. You never know. Depending on the in-laws. Never know. They could be cool. I don't know. But I've seen some people's in-laws where it's just like... Yee. Yikes. Yo, Christian, what's good? Vince, what's up? Shoemaker, what's good, man? What exactly are you over? Just visiting? Or the family itself? Both? Yeah. You gotta go places sometimes. And you gotta do things. It's not ideal for your mental health, but... her not being happy is also not good for your mental health. Yeah, I'd be over it. I'd be over it by now. I'd be like, okay, I want to leave. I get it, bro. I really do. I mean, I pretty much expected that, but I got it loud and clear. Holy shit. Okay, let me. Now that we're back up. Oh, yeah. I am going to. I need to see. No, not here. Ah, yes. Fuck, we were supposed to watch that yesterday, but I didn't go live yesterday, so that's why. These two I wanted to watch, but we'll. There's some stuff on the. I don't even know if Astro's here, to be honest. So, I don't know if he put anything on the list. I know he put stuff on the list for yesterday, but we didn't go live yesterday. All right, just give me a second, and I'll look on the list and see what we're doing first. And then I kind of want to throw some of this shit in there as well. Yeah, we've done all these. Minus that Brandon Herrera one, but I'm good on that. I've seen several Cybertrucks. I've seen several Warthogs too, so I'm good. I'll watch that sometime down the road. I'm not really in a rush to watch that one. Now that I can fucking see you guys. Alright. Nothing. Candy. I had to fix my settings, man. So I had to end the stream and restart it. Because those streams don't... Those settings that I changed don't stick unless I restart the whole thing. So. I'd do that. I literally just put this one in my watch later like 15 minutes ago. It's called Bait Car Wildest Moments Part 4. I know what bait cars are, but I've never seen any videos about bait cars, so kind of just put that in there. I thought that'd be, at the very least, somewhat funny or entertaining. So. Did I fix? Oh, I didn't fix my chat. Oh no. I need to redo it. I'm reading the wrong shit. Man, fuck. Okay. I will find you guys again. Hold on, give me a second. My chat was still stuck on the other one from the other stream. Wasn't seeing any updated chats. Hold on. God damn it. What a shit show. I really gotta make sure to fucking... Here we are. Okay. Is that... Okay. Fuck me, dude. What an ordeal. Yo, Ticken, I appreciate it. Okay, oh my god, finally, I'm here. Well, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you, Quokka. But no, I get it. Even if it was all swell, I'd still be ready to leave, because... Not really all that... I can think of a million things I'd rather do than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been there before. I've been to those types of gatherings. And the entire time I'm just like, man, I could literally be doing anything else, and it would be infinitely more fun than this. There it is. Reverend, what's good, dog? Alright, so gotta go back to fucking this school. Cringe TV commercials. we're doing. Didn't we watch something in regards to shitty infomercials or something? I can't remember, but oh my god, I can't even remember any of the products. One of the products was like a fucking bear that you attach to your seatbelt because people complained that the seatbelt hurts their chest, and like some women complained that like the seatbelt hurts their breasts. So they take a they basically sell you a fucking bear with a little hook on it, and it hooks onto your seatbelt, and it like provides comfort, I guess. Stupidest fucking thing. Anyway, I can't remember what that video was called. I think it was Stupidest Infomercials or something. It was something to that effect. But this is cringe. And I feel like that's infinitely worse. Here we go. Gen Z memes.
Congratulations on you.
Okay, we're just gonna start right off rip. All right. Okay. Tried watching it, turn it off 10 minutes in. What are we talking about? Have you guys seen early seatbelts that go around your neck? No. I haven't seen this because I'm not that old. I feel like that had to have been the first iteration. Set up one last time. All right. All right. Cringe TV commercials. Here we go.
Congratulations on your new Dixon City Hyundai.
We've got selection. 1,000 cars to choose from. Our service can't be beat. Bumper to bumper, you can't lose. So when it comes to your next car, we have just one thing to say. Get exactly what you want. Come to Dixon City Hyundai. Save, 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 save every day. Save. Dixon City Hyundai style.
Man, you would have been, dude. Oh man, I can't. Okay. I've never really been the type of person that needs like a catchy jingle or a commercial to get me to buy a product. If I need the product, I'll buy the product. And in this case, most people need cars. So just give me the price, bro. Give me the price and save yourself whatever the fuck that just was, man. Fuck.
We're back to school. Denim, haircut, backpacks, come get your backpack.
Boots and pants.
New shoes,
Get yourself an outfit.
denim,
Boots and pants.
Haircut.
new shoes. So get yourself back to school with these tips.
Haircut.
Boss lady, this man needs help. His baby
Dude, oh no. That's off. I still vividly remember the back to school commercials. Y'all remember the back to school commercials? It always revolved around like Target. Or like Target was like the go-to place for like school supplies when I was a kid. And it was always like, it would show like all the crayons and the pencils and the notebooks and the backpacks, and you could buy clothing in the same area. And and right after that was a fucking Skechers commercial. So, oh, that's not the one. That's not the one for that. Makes me want to drop out of school, actually. Back to school. Nah. Nah.
Mama put him out and he ain't got no
Oh
fun.
no, we gotta start over.
Boss lady, this man needs help. His baby mama put him out and he ain't got no furniture. Let him have it. Boss lady, this man need a bed. And all he can afford is $69 a month. How you gonna get another one without a bed? Come on, baby. This man need a TV for his bedroom. All he can afford is $59 a month. You know he got all them children. 73 inches, baby. Boss lady, this man needs air conditioning. It's hot on the street, and he only can pay $49 a month. I'll cool him down, baby. No money down, no credit check, all the time.
Hi, folks. I'm Frankie Flight. I want you to check out Hoot Wireless next to.
Nah, man. That one just made me feel uncomfortable. Nah, bro. I don't want what you or your fucking coworker or oh man, she's foul. At least, no.
Subway, Equipment Highway, right here in Motor. Tell your family, friends, and neighbors to come in and check us out. Check out all our plans. That and much more. Hoot Wireless. Hoot Wireless.
Lady Jock, come in and check out Julio. He'll hook you up right here. Hoot Wireless.
Hoot Wireless. Hoot Wireless.
Hey, how y'all doing? This is Julio with Hoot Wireless. Come and check us out. We got anything you need as far as wireless goes.
Hoot Wireless. Don't forget to check out Hoot Wireless next to Subway, Equipment Highway, right here in Motor. Hoot Wireless.
Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that tactic when it comes to advertisement. The tactic of repetition. The more someone hears something, one, the more inclined they are to believe it. Two, the more inclined they are to remember it. And three, the more inclined they are to recall it in memory a couple days, if not a week from now. I hate that tactic of fucking... That shit's irritating.
Next to Subway, Equipment Highway, right here in Motor. Hoot Wireless.
Yeah, I noticed that. That employee didn't want to be there.
Where's the base? Where's the base?
The super stereo.
Where did I find the base?
Find the base only in North Seattle at Super Stereo Warehouse.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Super Stereo Warehouse.
EB Games? This place has been out of business since the Great Depression. Oh my god. I didn't know they made commercials for EB Games. I don't think I've ever seen a commercial for EB Games.
Whoa, hey guys, welcome to EB Games.
Call of Duty.
Advanced Warfare. Xbox One.
Copy that.
Save $10 on Call of Duty for Xbox One.
What is this supposed to wait? What is this supposed to be? I don't get it.
Whoa, hey guys, welcome to EB Games.
Okay, so like I know how like video games, they have this thing where like everyone's a gamer, and they're right. Everyone's a gamer, right? Everyone plays games. But so like you can be a lawyer and play video games. You can be a doctor and play video games. You can be a fucking plastic surgeon and play yourself some Call of Duty. You can work in the White House, or you can be part of the White House staff and enjoy yourself some Call of Duty, right? But what is that guy supposed to be? I know this guy right here looks like maybe he works inside of, I don't know, a museum. But this guy right here, what are you? Are you a mercenary in real life? What do you do for a living? Are you a mercenary? Are you a whiter version of The Rock? What are you? I could probably guess this guy's occupation. I think he might be a dentist. What are you? That's odd. You look like someone that's inside of the game already. Maybe you just like took it very seriously and you cosplayed super hard to come get the game, but it's not usually what they do. Anyways.
Call of Duty.
Advanced Warfare. Xbox One.
Copy that.
Save $10 on Call of
And another thing.
Fair. Xbox One.
Copy that.
Who the hell buttons up the most upper top button? Ever. I'm sorry, that shit stuck out. It bugged me.
Save $10 on Call of Duty for Xbox One.
Okay, that was like the least cringy one. I just had more questions than concerns, really. So, damn. I ran out of my drink. What is this? Mac?
If your credit is whack whack, call Mac if your credit is rough. I got short money, but I need some wheels.
Call Mac, he got easy deals.
Get down with the dollar down. I'm riding in a hoopty, I be hating.
Check Mac, he don't sweat a credit rating.
No, he don't.
Where's Jill?
She's really lonely.
That one was awful.
And out walking the cornfield again.
Do you think they will ever find us true love?
Not hanging out with us all day.
We used to be lonely.
I knew it. Farmers Only. I was about to say it.
Until we met on Farmers Only.
FarmersOnly.com is the new online dating site for farmers, ranchers, and good old country folks.
You don't have to be lonely at FarmersOnly.com.
City folks just don't.
I've seen this commercial a lot, and that part's kind of catchy. I never really saw this as cringe. I saw this commercial kind of like in my younger 20s and shit. That's like, it's just like the jingle is catchy, really. So A+ for that. But I ain't no fucking farmer, so. And that guy holding the pitchfork, bro. I don't know why he looks so petrified and scared, but something's off with that guy.
Don't get it.
Hey, Joey.
I think like.
City folks just don't get it.
Bro, look at him. Look how bug-eyed he looks. And look at the way that his wife is looking at him like, you better behave, Philip. He's like, this is great. This is so good. Farmers Only. Help me. Just like, oh my god. Looks like he's about to make a break for it.
Hey, Joey. I got some stuff you just gotta try. What is it? Pot. You know, marijuana.
Oh, well, I don't know.
What are you, chicken?
Joey's in a jam. What should he do? Cake.
Get a teacher.
Excellent. Get a pizza. Get real.
Get out of there.
You got it. Let's see if Joey's that smart.
I'm not chicken. You're a turkey.
He's right. Drug dealers are dorks. Don't even talk to them. Cowabunga!
No.
Oh, that was bad, bro. That was bad. That was awful. Because, man, you know how good a fucking doobie and a pizza sounds right now? Ah! What I wouldn't give. Well, about $80. That's about it, as much as I would give. But, for the pizza and the weed. But, god damn, that'd be amazing. That wasn't really all that cringe. That just made me want weed and pizza. What is this? Norman, Dodge, Chrysler. Holy bumper sticker. My lord.
That's right. Drug dealers are dorks. Don't even talk to them. Cowabunga!
Norman. Ooh.
Yeah, but this seems like an old commercial. Like it was part of fucking Nancy Reagan's fucking war on drugs and keeping shit clean. That's kind of what it seems like. A little bit. Like back in the day, remember the DARE program? I remember that program. I got a shirt. That's about it. That's all I got from that fucking program. Alright.
Norman.
Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
Norman Chrysler Jeep Dodge guarantees the lowest price on any new Chrysler Jeep or Dodge.
Or they'll just give you the vehicle.
Norman!
Ooh, Norman. Chrysler Jeep and Dodge.
Even Westbrook couldn't do it, bro. He's like, I can't, man.
Howdy, y'all. This here's Mike. Down at Mike's Golf Shop, where we buy golf. That's right. We buy golf clubs. Mike's Golf Shop. Come on over here. We buy golf clubs. Over at Mike's Golf Shop. Come on down here. We buy golf clubs. That's right. We buy golf clubs.
And let me guess. Your name is Mike.
We buy golf clubs. We buy golf clubs. We buy golf clubs. We buy golf clubs.
Yo, I don't think he's trying to really... At this point, I think he's trying to put a spell on the viewer. Right? Like, man, I think I might have fucked up that speech. Now I'm just gonna have to hex them. And possess them to get them to come in. Yeah, I fucked that whole monologue up. So, yep, let's get into the demon rituals. Sounds like a cult, man. Like, hey, man, if you walk around the store saying we buy golf clubs the entire time while you shop, you get 15% off. For real?
Buy golf clubs. We buy golf clubs.
I wonder what they buy. Crazy.
Hey, you might be okay. This line only eats good food.
Mayflower Buffet. Yes, it really is that good. At the corner of 3rd and...
My ass, bro. I've never heard of this place a day in my life. Or maybe y'all existed before I was born, and y'all went out of business before I was born. That's why I've never heard of you. Oh no, and I've eaten at quite a few buffets. I've never heard of the fucking... What is it? The Mayflower? Nah, man. Nah.
It's great!
God, I don't know where the fuck that was going. One moment I think I'm watching Gladiator, the next it's about a fucking buffet. Oh Lord, yeah, the CGI was top tier on that. That kind of put the Flash to shame. What is this? Oh.
You hungry? You want something to eat? I've got something for you. Here you go. Whoa! What? You want a souvlaki? Well, you'll have to impress me, monkey.
It's souvlaki.
Souvlaki up. You'll do anything to get one.
Souvlaki.
What? Oh, casual Greek restaurants. I try it. I kind of like Greek food a little bit. I've had it before. That commercial was fucking terrible though. That was bad. I don't. Does this place even still exist? I can't imagine.
Ma'am, I'm gonna check.
No way. That. Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Settle down. Scream!
My name is Mark, and you can count on it.
1660.
What the fuck? In my head, bro. That's what I said. I was like, ain't no way this segues into a product. What the fuck are you selling? Furniture. Furniture. God, bro. Even if I were to convince my significant other to give birth at home, doing that shit on the fucking furniture, go straight Dexter style and just fucking wrap the whole place up. Make it look like house made of plastic. Make it look like a bubble. I don't know what the point of that was.
Going through changes. I am down for variety. So it's nice that McDonald's now offers a burger of the month. Each month, a different delicious burger. Yo, it's me. This month, it's the double quarter pounder with cheese. A half pound of 100% pure beef piled high on a sesame seed bun. It's all that. Now, next month, we can look forward to a different burger taste. That's happening. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
That wasn't all that bad, actually.
Got your money.
It's just for some reason it sounded like he was just trying to like serenade a woman. That's just like just sounded very sexual in nature when he was talking about this fucking burger. Just the way he was talking about it and describing it, but it wasn't really all that bad. He just sounded like one of those late night radio hosts that whispers sweet nothings in a deep voice into the ears of old women. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from the voice and the vocals of that last commercial, but it was just about McDonald's. So, whatever.
Your money, your real money.
Title Match could turn your car title into real money. We're talking 1, 5, even 10,000.
Your real money.
Title Max gets you real money in 30 minutes or less. All it takes is a car title and ID, and you're approved.
Your real money.
Bring your car title to Title Max, and you too will say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Say it again.
Title Max got your money, your real money.
No! Her voice makes me hate her. That's just, that's my brain's natural response to the sounds that were coming out of her mouth. Her voice makes me angry. Maybe that's not her, though. But still, whoever voice that is. You have a voice only a mother could listen to. No!
Jordache Basics.
What happened to him?
He's been hurt.
He's probably drunk.
No, we have to get help. I don't think we should move him.
Leave him down.
We just saw him. Quick, give me your jacket. Hurry. Mike, wake up. Wake it up. Do something.
What are you gonna do? He's an old man.
Call somebody. Are we too late? Is he gonna be all right?
I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that?
Oh, wow, look at this. That's pretty cool.
Welcome to Sub-Zero.
Thanks. That's pretty awesome.
Is this your first visit here?
Yeah, they're fresh.
Sub-Zero? So y'all sell subs and ice cream? I suppose I could fucks with that, I guess. Odd combination of food to go together at the same time, or back to back, but I can fucks with it. Let's start over. Sub-Zero Federal Way? Guys, what is this? What is
All right.
What is that? I don't know what that is. What is that? Anybody know? First thing I thought of was more. I don't think y'all know either. It's fine.
Finally get here. Oh, wow, look at this. That's pretty cool.
Welcome to Sub-Zero.
Thanks. That's pretty awesome.
Is this your first visit here?
Yeah, they're fresh. Yeah.
How did you hear about Sub-Zero?
Shawnee Manica. Yeah, some friends of ours.
Friends telling friends is how most people find out about Sub-Zero. They are true friends. Are you ready to see Sub-Zero in action?
Yeah!
Yes, we are. Sub-Zero is unique among ice creams. It's made as if by magic before your very eyes. Now let's make something delicious.
Kind of reminds me of like Marble Slab. Marble Slab, fucking... There was another place that like resembled Marble Slab. I just can't remember what it was called. Anyways, Marble Slab's expensive as fuck anyways. I don't know. Let me look at the flavors on this. Here's your size. Large 5. That's not bad. I don't know. I don't really eat at these places. I don't. Not my, Bro, I eat at one of these kinds of places like maybe once a year. Once every 6 months, if that. I never find myself... I'd rather just go to Walmart and get like that big ass tub, put it in the freezer, and just eat it at my own free will throughout the course of time than to go to one of these. I don't give a fuck, bro. Lots of times these places are expensive as shit too.
You get to make the choices.
Oh, I don't want to.
I'll have a large.
Low fat waffle bowl.
Next, choose your flavors and mix-ins.
Ooh, mocha with M&Ms and peanuts.
Now the magic begins with liquid.
You know, man, I will say some people would say like, okay, dude, some of these commercials have been fucking cringe, but I mean, hey, you have to give a round of applause a little bit and commend some of these businesses for doing it themselves, right? For doing it themselves, for putting in the effort to actually do the advertisement themselves. Maybe because they didn't want to fork out the money for someone else to do it, so they did it themselves. But still, I mean, as long as you get the point across, like, hey man, we sell fucking ice cream, and we have all these flavors, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, he could probably be a little bit more charismatic about it, but at the same time, like, you did it yourself, you advertised yourself, you didn't have to spend a whole bunch of money for advertising, you didn't have to fucking get someone else to come in here and do it for you, and then they do it wrong or do it stupid or make it look not presentable. I don't know. This one's not that bad.
Nitrogen, 321 degrees below zero.
I'm sorry, I missed this. This might be cooler than Marble Slab.
Degrees below zero.
Amazing.
Flash freezing is what makes Sub-Zero the smoothest and creamiest ice cream on Earth.
I guess I gotta.
And now that best part. That magical taste that only the science of Sub-Zero can create.
Wow. Look at that steaming.
Whoa,
it's steaming.
Check it out. Oh, this is good. You guys try this.
Let me have some of your
Bro, this is the type of place that I guarantee there's a Subway next door. There's a Subway or a Quiznos. This seems like an old commercial. There's either a Subway, a Quiznos, or a GameStop right next door to this place. And this place probably exists in some kind of shopping center or a strip mall. I can just feel it in my knee.
A little bit of that.
Hey, get out of there.
This is too good to share.
Oh, come on. This place. I just love this place. I propose a toast to Sub-Zero.
Okay, we could have cut these people out. I was fine with just seeing the owner. You could have cut these fuckers out. That was fine. I got the point. It's ice cream.
Woo! It's everything they said it would be. Visit the Sub-Zero in Federal Way, located between PetSmart and Best Buy.
I knew it. It was in some kind of fucking, yeah, Pacific Highway.
You'll be glad you did.
Who can be now? On the line.
This is a commercial.
This punk CD has 36 tunes, man, and I'm telling you, they're all great.
Yeah.
Together we'll break these chains of love. I'll make you wanna be, you don't understand. My maestro.
You also get Huey Lewis in the news.
I want a new drug. One that does what it should.
Romantics.
Man, this is just some really good music on this, but the guy that's talking is fucking it up. You could have just let this shit speak for itself and then put the name of it and the track list and the price at the end. But instead you let one of these fucking extras speak.
And the fix.
Why don't they do what they say what you mean?
You can only get this CD by calling this 800 number, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, you're completely fucking up this commercial, bruh.
So call now.
Okay.
God, I remember these commercials like they were yesterday, except it was like fucking Kids Bop and shit, and like oh, what was it called? It was a Kids Bop, and then it was like a Teen Bop or some shit, and oh man, that was. Okay, I need to. That's enough of that. You know what? Actually, it's over. That fucking copyright will fuck me in the ass on this if I stay on it. All right, good. Dude, do y'all want to watch by Sir Cringe? Do y'all want to watch another one? Commercial cringe compilation. I'm actually down. It's a rabbit hole. I don't mind going down. I know that y'all put requests in the list, but oh. I know, Desiree. I know. I'm going. Never do what I want. Okay, do it. What's his name? Ari Matty Mustonen? I don't know if I butchered his name, but this is a fast. It's like a minute and a half. Let's see. Ari Matty Mustonen. I think that's how you do it. Mustonen. Oh, and he's on Kill Tony. And this one, okay, right here. Ari, oh my God, bro, how the fuck? This guy just popped up on my feed today, bro, and his stand-up was about, he's like, man, one culture shock that kind of got me when I got here to America. Y'all have a lot of fucking homeless people, man. Like, so many homeless people. Like, the fucking bloke that lives outside my fucking house, he's outside, no shirt, with a fucking pipe doing like goddamn this, and I'm looking around all crazy, and the fucking neighbors are looking back at me talking about, oh yeah, that's Mike. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? How are y'all so calm? This guy needs to be put down. What do y'all do? It just shows so funny. I discovered him today, before I went live. He's great. This is called Logical Arguments. Ah, yes. The way that men argue. Logically, with a point. A start point, a middle point, and an end point. We call that, we like to call that end point the conclusion of the argument. We got A, B, and C. How us dudes like to argue. Can't say the same for other people. There's some people out here that like to argue with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Fucking galaxies and rainbows and universes and shit.
I went to the cafe.
This guy, oh my God, he's so funny. There's also another guy, man, I can't remember his name, but speaks with an accent kind of like this guy. Taller fellow, darker complexion, like me, dark hair. And that's the best way I can describe him. I can't remember his name, but I've seen him. Similar accent. That's all I can really. All right, here we go. Logical arguments.
I went to the cafe yesterday, sitting there, and then I overheard a couple having an argument. You know when you hear that sweet nectar of life? You know when you like pause your own music? And they're going at it. And then I look
so
who
true.
the couple is. It's two gay guys going at it.
Damn, I never thought of this.
Shit was crazy.
I never thought of this.
They like both made sense.
Yeah. Yep. I never thought of that. Didn't I just say it? That's how men argue, with logic. And you got two of them. So it's like, I don't think there's going to be any progress made, man.
Everybody stayed on one topic. Nobody was bringing up old shit. Just two logical, superior brains trying to find a solution. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, that was good.
He's a beast. An absolute Estonian monster.
Thank you.
Estonia is where he's from. That's what that accent is? Estonia? I would have never guessed that in a million years.
The cold-blooded Estonian assassin.
Thank you, Tony.
Oh, God, that was beautiful. What a fucking work of art that joke
Yeah, you
is.
should have held on to that. That was like a special joke. That was like,
I
that
know.
was a really good joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping he would have gone longer with the joke. But yeah, that's how it is. Logically. Straightforward, to the point. Facts. Numbers. Statistics. Information. Top to bottom. Analytics. Boom. Right there. Done. It doesn't happen the same way with another group of people. I don't know if you know what group of people I'm talking about. Ladies. Sorry. Sorry. Very different experience when you do it with this other group of people that I'm talking about. Unlike anything you've ever seen or felt. And it's different for every man. Never the same twice. So it's just like, let's just keep going. Okay. Well, I wanted to watch another cringe commercial, but now I can't find it, and if I go back, it probably won't be there. See, watch, check this out. Oh my god, how many times did I actually click? Is it not going to take me back?
Congratulations
Oh
on your
no,
new
it's
Dixon
right
City
there.
home.
Fantastic. That's great. It's right here. Okay, I'll do another one of these, and then I'll do some Mr. Ballin, and then we got to do some Popo-Medic, and then we already did that Watch Mojo, but I have another Watch Mojo in my Watch Later that we can watch, so yeah. Ari explores trans in the military? Hey man, as long as you can shoot, move, and communicate, and you don't hold me back and or get me injured and or get me killed, and if I do get injured, you can pick my ass up and carry my heavy ass to fucking safety, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do after 1700. It's kind of like the whole don't ask, don't tell thing. Remember the whole gay thing in the military all those years back? It was like a big deal, right? That's kind of how it is with trans now, right? That's the new big deal in the military. And for me, I'm like, I'm not staying the night with you or hanging out with you like that, like I would my other homies, but I'll fight next to you if you can fight. If you can't fight, get the fuck out. I don't really give a fuck how you identify. If you don't identify as effective, get out. Like that's what we got. Oh. Oh my god, my spine just fucking. That was great. Yo, Igor, what's good? You plan on doing any more soccer reactions? Well, I've never really so much done soccer reactions as much as I've done that one reaction video that I did to the most racist chants in soccer or football, how y'all like to call it. That was crazy. That was fun. I'd be down to do that again. But as far as watching actual soccer clips, man, I feel like I'd get blocked by somebody. Somebody that owns something about soccer. There's a lot of rich fuckers out there that own something about soccer, so maybe not. No, I don't. And to be honest, I don't really know what it is. I've watched a video like that at a certain point, Igor, and how long is it? Depending on how long it is, I'll run it. I've watched a video like that at a certain point, and yes, I do agree. I like sports in general. I appreciate sports in general. I might not watch all sports or really care too much for sports these days, but I appreciate all sports because I myself once was an athlete. And yes, I will agree. The game of soccer is a beautiful game, man. The shit that they can do. Now, some people might consider it boring, like just like I consider NASCAR boring, but that gets the blood flowing for other people, right? But I will agree that there's some parts of soccer that I'm just like, God damn, that was clean. That was amazing. No one in the planet except for that one guy right there can do some shit like that. That is fucking wicked. So there's shit to appreciate from every sport. I just don't watch every sport. I can't because I just don't like it. Like cricket, for example. Over my head, don't know, don't care, don't want to learn, don't want to watch. None of that shit. It's just like one of those things. That and like what's that one game? Badminton. I can't do that shit either, man. I can't even watch tennis. I appreciate their athleticism and their fucking hand-eye coordination. That shit's insane, but I can't watch it. Like that's just like Oh, that's not 12 minutes? That's not bad. We can do that. Tony isn't gay. It took me forever to figure that out. Why do people think he's gay? I don't get any gay vibes from Tony. Out of everything I've seen from him, I've seen him on Joe Rogan, I've seen him on other podcasts, I've seen him on clips in my YouTube feed and shit like that, like in shorts and stuff like that. Never got a gay vibe from that guy. Not even once. I mean, hell, who knows, man? My fucking gaydar could be broken. I don't fucking know, man. But yeah, I didn't really get that from that guy. Not even a little bit. So okay. We're gonna get to that, Igor. Just bear with me. Be patient with me a little bit. I got some stuff that I have to do before I get to yours. Got this one and one more, and then we can run yours. If you're down to just chill, hang out for a little bit. All right. One thing I would love to do though, dude, for a sport that I've never done. There's a lot of sports that I haven't done, but this one in particular, I would love to drive a NASCAR. Just drive it. I don't want to race anybody. I don't want to pretend like I'm fucking good. I just want to drive it. One lap. That's it. I just want one lap in that fucking race car. That's it. And I just want to put the pedal to the fucking floor one time. Give me like a little fucking... Give me a passenger that can... I don't know, it can't be that hard, right? To just do one lap in that car? It's hard to do 200 laps against other professional drivers. That shit's hard. But by myself, can't be that hard, right? To just do 1 lap in that fucking car. That's all I want, man, is 1 lap in that fucking race car. 1 time. That's all I need. That'd be great. Now, if it comes time to racing, like that, I'm not doing that. There's no way. There'd be no point. I'd lose. Danica Patrick could fucking spank my ass. And that's no disrespect to Danica Patrick. I'm just saying, she didn't really win all that much. You can do that at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but how much does it cost? That's the real question. Just 1 lap. I can just imagine how much just 1 lap, how much gas that would take out of this thing. You got to ride with Dale Jr. at Talladega and got his autograph? Wasn't that just fucking snazzy? My son did it, so it can't be that much. Yeah, that's all I would want, man. Is just like 1 lap. I wouldn't feel comfortable being in the car all the way by myself. I would want some kind of a passenger, right? It's a misery loves company type of thing, man. Just in case I die, I don't die by myself, right? In case some shit happens. You never know, man. Paul Walker didn't know he was gonna fucking die either that day either. So, I would want to have just like a passenger in the car with me, but I would want to push the car to its limit for 1 lap. Fast as it can fucking go. Obviously, most of those cars, actually, not even most, all of them have restrictor plates on them, so I can't push it to an unsafe speed. It's just that's what the restrictor plate is for. But I do want to floor it, man. Twice. I'd be too afraid to floor it on the turns, but I'd floor it on the straightaways. Just 1 time. Be great. All right. You ready for some more cringy commercials? I've never met a single NASCAR driver. I've been to 1 NASCAR race, and that was when I was a kid, because it was a school field trip to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And that's about it. Never met a NASCAR driver. I've met NFL players. I've met NBA players. I've never met any NHL players. Never met any soccer players. Cross country, track and field. Soccer, none of that. Yeah, I think the only really famous athletes I've ever met have been like baseball, football, basketball, I think.
Thinking of the holidays, think bang bang. That's hot.
Oh, let me guess. Yo. No, wait. I don't know if this is the same one, bro, but there is a place in Phoenix City, Alabama. I've been to Phoenix City, Alabama several fucking times. The reason I've been to Phoenix City, Alabama several fucking times is because it's right on the border of Columbus, Georgia. You go from Columbus, Georgia to Phoenix City. It's right there. It's literally divided by a bridge that's like 30 seconds long to get across. Right? Let me see. And there's a place in Phoenix City, Alabama that it's literally called Bang Bang Lady.
Think boom.
They sell fireworks.
We have a huge selection of 500 grams to light up your sky. That's hot.
Hot? Buy 1, get 3 free. Now that's hot.
Come see the Bang Bang Lady on 431 South, just 8 miles south of the 280 bypass.
How cool, ha.
Oh, where though? I mean, there's tons of 8 miles south of the 280 bypass, 431 South. Bro, I think this is the one. I think this is the one in Alabama. I think this is the one, man. Oh.
On 431 South, just 8 miles south of the 280 bypass.
How cool, ha. Come see Boom Boom for your fireworks at Fireworks Outlet. That's hot.
Oh, but y'all aren't. That's
What do you
rough.
got there? Wow.
I have all this gold. I don't know where to sell it. What should I do with it?
Don't ask me.
Everything I do is wrong. Tell me, what's the reason? Well, we have to find the good place.
You can't go wrong when you turn.
That was a lot of worthless exposition for a fucking commercial. I didn't even know what the commercial was. I mean, yeah, I knew it was about gold, but fuck, man, get to the point. Holy shit.
Your unwanted gold and jewelry into cash.
Well, but, I mean...
You can't go wrong when you turn your unwanted gold and jewelry into cash.
Do they still do this? Places still buy gold for cash? The government did this at one point. Remember the gold standard? And they took everyone's gold? Some way, somehow? I don't know. Whenever they moved to the currency of... Yeah, I think. If I have that correct.
Cash.
Oh, this is gonna be cringe. Oh, this is... Yup, this...
Oh, it's the Credit Mac Daddy.
Oh,
the Credit
no.
Mac Daddy is in the house, walking, talking, bringing it down. I know what you need. You need a car, one that looks good, that'll take you very far. Got credit problems? Not these days. The Credit Mac Daddy gets you out of the haze. If you got a good job and $7.99, call the Credit Mac Daddy, leave your worries behind. Georgia.
That didn't even rhyme. Oh, no. That's even worse. That's... Oh my god. I feel like this is... Dude.
Got credit problems? Not these days.
I feel like this is what happens at the end of the movie Malibu's Most Wanted. When the movie ends, this is what he does with the rest of his days. This is B-Rad. Oh, God.
The Credit Mac Daddy gets you out of the haze. If you got a good job and $7.99, call the Credit Mac Daddy, leave your worries behind. Georgia Car Credit in Moultrie, Tifton.
I've been there, I think. It goes from Phoenix City and then quickly transitions into something else. I don't know. There's so many firework places in Alabama, dog. It's not even... And it's not just that place. There's probably multiple Bang Bang Ladies, actually. What a name, though. Imagine they didn't have anything on the outside of their establishment, which they do, to advertise that they sold fireworks. Imagine riding past a place that said Bang Bang Lady. I mean... Surely some would think guns. Surely some would think fireworks. But at first glance...
And Thomasville.
Soon to be in Albany and Valdosta.
Great cars, no credit check.
It's as easy as pie.
And the reason I know so much about firework places in Alabama is because growing up, fireworks in Georgia were illegal to purchase. They didn't sell fireworks in Georgia, so we had to get in the car, make our way 15, 20, 25 minutes to Alabama and buy fireworks there, and then come back to Georgia. And we had to do that every single year for like 4th of July and shit like that. We'd have to go to Alabama, get fireworks, and then come back.
Hi, Marty McDermott for the Martin Fine Furniture Store, the oldest furniture business in Indiana, and our prices are out of this world. 50% off everything, every day. A free chair with every sofa purchase. Free delivery, free setup, and 6 months free financing.
Mr. Martin, did all these Martians buy our furniture?
Yeah, and I hope they don't expect free delivery all the way to Mars.
You got that right.
My name.
That was bad. That was... it's just some of these commercials, it just like, it begs the question... Man, why not just go with your standard walking through the store, giving information, giving prices, giving information about discounts and or deals and or opportunity for new customers and shit like that, and instead you went on like this is essentially, guys, this is essentially the fucking garbage sequel to the movie Mars Attacks. I thought Mars Attacks was a fantastic film as a kid. it's still okay today as an adult. I've seen it recently. However, this is the worst. This is the sequel, and this is like the worst part. This is awful. That's
Free delivery all the way to Mars.
You got that right.
when you do shit like this, man. Like, is it unique? Sure. Is it wacky and out there, and you get people's attention? Yeah, sure. But the thing about getting attention is you're taking away attention from the shit that matters. And bro, that's the furniture, because at no point during your commercial did I even look at the furniture. I just kept looking at you with this ridiculous get-up on, shooting what looked to be overweight mermaids. Those didn't even look like Martians.
My name is Cecil. I'll sell you gas or diesel cars on my lot. Some of them new, some of them not. I got a tricked out crew. They got one job to do. Tend to your needs, take good care. Make sure they treat you honest and fair. So many deals far and above. One of these babies you're sure to love. Come find a car and we'll do our part. Cause I'm Cecil Myers, the dealer with a heart.
Oh no. That's Jesus Christ.
81998.9. Mr. Spock and I.
Bro, ain't not one person of color up in that fucking parking lot looking for a car. I'll tell you that. Jesus Christ. I'm not going there for the simple reason that you just fucked up like 20 years worth of rap music. So, yeah, nah, you killed it for me. Really, you had me at Cecil. That's it.
Have beamed down to make contact with the inhabitants of Omicron 12.
I'm detecting the presence of alien life, Captain.
Ooh, look at those eyeballs. Wow, look at that communicator. It's a Frank Communications cellular phone. Hot dog, you guys are really advanced.
Fascinating.
Frank Communications 17065, Planet Earth.
What? What is it? What's the product? The fuck was that? What was that? Is it a phone? Is it a pager? Is it a calculator?
81998.9. Mr. Spock and I have beamed down to make contact with the inhabitants of Omicron 12.
I'm detecting the presence of alien life, Captain.
Ooh, look at those eyeballs. Wow, look at that communicator. It's a Frank Communications cellular phone. Hot dog, you guys are really advanced.
Fascinating.
Frank Communications.
Frank Communications. Oh, it's a cell phone. Kansas Cellular. Shit. Man, y'all must have died off immediately after this, because I've never heard of this. 1701 Vine in Hayes, Planet Earth. There's no way that's your actual address, right? The cell phone company. From when? Man, when did this happen? Like, fuck, man. I'm old enough to remember Altel. I mean, I was born before the cell phone was invented, but I think the very first thing I remember was T-Mobile and Altel. What came before T-Mobile and Altel? And I don't remember Kansas Cellular, but I don't really think y'all lasted all that long, to be honest. With your weird-ass commercials that no one even knows what the fuck they mean.
17065, Planet Earth.
Yeah, we're about to hit the streets to do some mad shopping, yo. So much selection everywhere I look. Len's Mill Store is off the freaking hook.
What is it, man? What is it with all these out of sync, can't dance, got no rhythm, got no flow white people trying to do rap shit for their fucking business advertisement, bro? Like Play to your strengths. You know? Do what you're good at. I'm noticing a trend. I'm noticing a fucking trend.
Hundreds of styles of fabric for this player. They also got wool for when I crochet.
Clothes, draperies, and scrapbooking. Bedding, food, even rug hooking.
Rock bottom prices, my shopping cart's full. It's Len's Mill Store, and this is how we roll. Peace.
Folks, hi, this is Brent, Town and Country Furniture. Folks, we're beating down the competition.
God, dude, this is definitely in the South, bro. This is like either Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. This could be any one of these states.
Lower prices here at Town and Country Furniture. Come on in. Woo! How about this die-cast sectional for only $5.99? Folks, come on into Town and Country Furniture and see this beautiful 5-piece bedroom suite for only $5.99. Come on down to Town and Country where we're beating down the competition. Corner of 303 and Carrier Parkway, Grand Prairie, Texas.
Texas, there you go. Some people might think that this guy's like psycho and shit, but in all reality, this is genius. Look at this, right?
Beating down the competition.
Not only is he beating down the competition, bro, but he's giving you a fucking visual demonstration of how tough the furniture is at Town and Country Furniture. That's a good dresser. That looks like a strong dresser. You get yourself that dresser right there. That's Oh, this is my favorite part right here. Watch, check this out.
With lower prices here at Town and Country Furniture. Come on in. Woo!
Dude almost hit the camera. Oh, he's way too hyped to be selling furniture, bro. But hey man, my man found his calling, and that's all that one can ever ask for.
Corner of 303 and Carrier Parkway, Grand Prairie, Texas.
That wasn't really cringe. That just had way too much energy for the product that you're selling. You know what I mean? Like, you're selling beds with an energy level of like 20 out of 10. You got to bring that down a little bit. You got to offer like comfort and peacefulness, some tranquility. You're over here acting like you're fucking walking down the ramp to a fucking WWE match. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy tactic to be selling beds and shit. All right.
We need someone to fight for Rockingham County schools against the tightening grip of unfunded mandates.
Really? I didn't know that there were school bullies in Star Wars.
I believe...
Wait, what did you say? Something about mandates. Hold on.
We need someone to fight for Rockingham County schools against the tightening grip of unfunded mandates.
You're not a lawyer, are you?
I believe in more local control over our own schools because I have more than enough faith in the parents and teachers of Rockingham County. I am also a fiscal conservative and a supporter of athletics and the arts. Let's work together to defend a bright and shining future for the children of Rockingham County.
Oh, you're just running for something. Man, that commercial had lawyer written all over it. Have you or another child been injured by an active school shooter in the past 17 months? Call Christopher Knight for compensation. I thought that was going somewhere else completely different. What the fuck was the lightsaber for? My man really loves Star Wars. That's for sure. But nah, he's just running for some kind of office for like Board of Education. Okay. I think the lightsaber was just more so for the kids. But what the fuck are the kids gonna do in a board meeting? You know? But...
Elect Christopher Knight, a new hope for Rockingham County schools.
I'm here at JMP
wow, that commercial was in 2006, by the way.
Automart, where they've been selling quality pre-owned vehicles for over 50 years.
Holy fucking
As you know,
shit. Goddamn Snooki from Jersey Shore started selling cars.
The new generation has been dealing and accepting all reasonable offers. All of these great deals have forced us to increase our inventory. We have models for all your needs. Let's take a look.
Not that model, this model. Not that model, this model. Not that model, this model.
Check this out. Most of our vehicles come back with a 3-month or 4,000-mile powertrain warranty.
You know Miss Me shirts are a bestseller
Really? Why do they sell so good?
because they make you look so good.
So, what do you think?
What do you mean? Girl's got no ass. She's got fucking burnt toast back there. What are you passing out for? Woods Boots? Yeah, I never heard of this place, man. I've heard of like Cavender's and Boot Barn. I never heard of Woods Boots.
All right, making the pizza.
No.
Making the pizza. Sprinkle the cheese.
No.
Sprinkle the cheese. Hey, if you're looking for the best pizza, wings, subs, and salads, you need to give us a try. Eat in,
I guarantee I've never heard of this place.
take out, or deliver to your door. Their huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations.
Pizza and Go. Pizza Barn and Video. And Video? What is that? And you get a pizza and a little fucking nudie film? Huh? Yeah? No? Yeah, there's no way this place still exists. I don't think. Pizza and Go. Your front man looks like a super white version of Ali G.
So call us up to let our crews hook you up.
It's time to make the Go Wireless switch to a better phone.
Choose from 12 of the hottest phones free and
Oh my god. Well, we're pretty much looking at my childhood right here, guys. This, I can't believe this is here. You see this phone right here? This Motorola flip phone? This was my first phone. No bullshit, and it was blue, just like that. I can't believe I'm seeing it. It's been over 25 years. But not 25, it's just like over 20. This was my first phone, and then at one point I did have a Razor that didn't last long. Then I switched to none of these. These are all pieces of shit. Then I switched to an LG chocolate phone, and then I switched to the T-Mobile Sidekick. Y'all remember that big piece of shit? And then I switched to a BlackBerry, and then I had that for a minute. And then I switched to an Android, and I had that for a while. And then I switched, and then I finally settled on iPhone because I stopped giving a shit. I was like, I'm done buying phones. And yeah. I still got the iPhone 10. I don't even know what they're on right now. So yeah, I was like, I'm done buying phones, bro. I'm not playing this game. And so, yeah, but this is essentially like my teenage years. Mainly this one, which you couldn't even get pictures on this, bro. So, like, in the age of, like, wanting to get nudes from girls, this thing couldn't send pictures at all. The only thing I could do on this thing was text and play Snake. And then I think the first phone that I could actually send and receive photos on was, I think it might have been like that LG chocolate phone, which is like a piece of shit. And then the BlackBerry. No, not the BlackBerry. The BlackBerry was stupid because it had this dumbass thing called BlackBerry Messenger that was trash. And then, yeah, I think it was the... It was the Sidekick that I could actually send pictures on. And I remember, dude, on the Sidekick, the first nude that I got on the Sidekick was so pixelated and like barely see anything. But to me, it was like the golden achievement of life or whatever. So,
including the Razor.
The best nationwide minute plans with my faves.
Friendly local customer service and free accessories.
Rewind!
Choose
There's
from
no
12 of
need.
the hottest
This-
phones
you fucked
free,
it.
including the Razor.
The best nationwide minute.
That made it. The rewind is what made you. You were good to go, bro. You were there. You were at the finish line, and you rewinded. That was bad.
Plans with my faves.
Friendly local customer service and free accessories.
You over.
I don't know why.
That commercial overstayed its welcome. And what the Gary Busey. This could either go really good or really bad.
Why they call it Labor Day. Not a lot of labor going on, really. Everybody takes a day off, maybe do some barbecue. Then they come to Century 3 Kia and buy new cars. Well, that works for us. Maybe that's why they call it Labor Day, because it works.
Buy a brand new Kia Forte Coupe for just $125 bi-monthly with 0 down.
Hurry to Century 3 Kia and tell them Gary sent you.
Gates!
To start the fun.
I doubt Gary even has a Kia, but okay. I've always found commercials with celebrities to be cringe by default because I know for a goddamn fact they don't use or even have the product that they're advertising to you. So that's always been cringe by default to me. Automatic cringe, period, when I see these celebrities and all these different Take Shaq, for example. Shaq, I know your big ass can't fit in that fucking car you were advertising all those years ago. I know your big ass can't fit in that, bro. Stop it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like Shaq though. I'm just making a point.
What's that?
Do you have insurance on this car?
Oh no.
No.
It must be Eagle Man.
Eagle Man.
I've got something for you.
Jesus. Dude, I don't know why, for a second, I really did think that this eagle was about to take a fat shit on this lady's car, and I would have dubbed it easily the best commercial of all time. But no. We skipped Savage and just went right back to cringe.
Oh, look at those low rates.
Hi, I'm the hip-hop magician Uncle Magic. I'm who the celebrities call for their kids' birthday parties. We have magic shows, balloon animals, games for kids, popcorn machines, cotton candy machines, and bouncing castles. Who's your favorite uncle? Uncle Magic!
Those for people that have credit problems.
I never saw any of these commercials, man. Really. What channel were some of these commercials on? I don't know. Then again, man, whenever I was younger, I was watching like the cartoon channels and whatever the fuck channel Degrassi and Boy Meets World was on. So I doubt I was gonna see these commercials, man. And I didn't watch much TV as a teenager, man. I was always outside or at practice playing sports. So, but oh, good lord.
Modern Furniture is here for you. Now, seriously, if you can't get credit in my store, you can't get credit anywhere. My name is Mark, and you can count on it. Hey, gang! Whoa!
My name is Mark, and you can count on it? Are you saying that I can count on the fact that your name is Mark? Well, thank you for putting my mind at ease, man. I was really worried about that. I was at a loss for, I was at a crossroads at what to call you. But thank you for giving me that peace of mind on your name. I'm glad you guaranteed that. That's all I needed.
Mark, you can count on it. Hey, gang! Whoa! Hey, group, what's all the racket? My shoe! Nice going to get that movie down there!
687 1660.
Drowsy driving, it doesn't sound that serious, does it? The effects of drowsiness is actually just as bad as the effects of alcohol. The lack of good sleep has a serious impact on your ability to pay attention and react while driving. If you experience drowsiness while driving, we can help. Give
I got a big family.
Come on, dude. That's literally the. Oh my god, we watched a Watch Mojo video yesterday where it was like top 10 controversial things in movies, and American Sniper was the subject of one of these top lists. And it was controversial because in the movie they use a fake baby for the scene instead of a real baby. Bro, come on, man. You could have pulled just a car accident off the internet. A real one. You don't have to show anyone getting like decapitated or flung out of the fucking car, but you could have just showed a real car accident. Instead, you gave us the worst abomination of CGI since the movie Fire Tornado. That was awful, man. And it wasn't really going on. It was going pretty well. That's absurd. That's absurd, bro. Whoever made that, bro, you should not be proud. You shouldn't, man.
If you experience drowsiness while driving, we can help. Give
Someone was fucking drowsy when they made that fucking whatever that was with the car accident.
Big family, we got big appetites. That's why we go to China Star's banquet room. We love China Star. Just ask the kinfolk. I like the beef food the best, but he likes the chicken. He's right, I like the chicken. I just love them egg rolls.
Spicy beef.
Crab legs! China Star banquet room, it's feedback fun. Beat it up, shove it in, China Star!
So conflicted on that, bro. It's I think it's Japanese food, Chinese food, and good God. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was bad. I'm so conflicted in many different ways. Right? That's just like, that shit don't go. That shit don't mix.
Cruising down the street in my fresh new ride. When this car came from nowhere, it hit us from the side. I was injured real bad.
I hate these commercials, bro. The car, oh my god, these are always so bad. Oh man, and one that I always hear is fucking, what's that old fucking bastard that looks like Ken Nugent? Oh my god, man, him. Call 1-800, call Ken. 1-800, call Ken. Some shit like that, bro. Oh my god, and it always has. And then you ripped off Eazy-E too. Come on.
Thanks to Arrowhead Clinic, I got treated real fast. So don't waste another minute. Dial 770-961-PAIN. 770-961-PAIN. If you've been injured in a car wreck and in need of a check, dial 770-961-PAIN. They can treat you for your injuries first. And if you ask, they can recommend a lawyer to get what you deserve.
Howdy, folks. I'm one hot rugged rider with those hot prices at Carpet.
At least the rapping wasn't trash. At least they had somewhat of a rhythm and flow. That's just...
Clearance warehouse. I just had to find a place to cool off. Yo, Wild Bill, let's blow high carpet prices right out of the water. No, not an enthusiastic rugged rider. All I wanted to do is relax. No time, boring Billy. You've got to help me drown out high carpet prices. Okay, fine. Come on down to Carpet Clearance Warehouse. We're drowning out high carpet prices.
What does the water have to do with the carpets? I don't know.
Hi, konnichiwa! No, I'm not a fan of Japanese, but you know what it is?
Don't worry, Desiree. It's almost over.
Sushi Bar Kisu, located on Markham Place in Little Silver, New Jersey. Kisu means real Japanese. It's the best sushi in Little Silver. Enjoy karaoke on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Take out a free delivery when you drive to our location on Markham Place. Godzilla! Madra!
No way.
Sushi at low prices. Come to Sushi Bar Kisu, located on Markham Place in Little Silver, New Jersey.
Bro, are you being held at gunpoint? Blink twice if someone's aiming a weapon at you.
New Jersey. Chin chin, boy boy!
Dude, I'm hungry. Well, why don't we give Big Al's Pizza a call? I heard they're the best pizza in town. All right. Got it.
You idiots. I said Big Al's Pizza, not Big Owl's Pizza.
Really? Really? I thought you said big ass pizza. We're all fucked up here.
For the best pizza in town, make sure you get the name and number right. Big Al's Pizza, 452-7200.
Damn.
You're here about the car wreck?
Yep.
Can't believe they did Harry Potter's owl like that.
The name's Martin. Attorney Jeff Martin.
The heavy hitter?
You're the insurance guy. Time to pay up.
How much?
You best pay it all, and then some. Car wreck, call Jeff Martin.
At 728-8888.
He's the heavy hitter.
You're not gonna shoot me, are you?
No. I'm gonna sue you. Nobody messes with Attorney Jeff Martin.
Oh, these commercials, bro. Those ones are kind of fucking unbearable, man. They really are. Like, you deserve a lawyer that will care about you. You deserve a lawyer that will do right by you. Take your kids to school, wash your car, feed you breakfast, take your dog for a walk, and make sure you get all the compensation you deserve. Man, if you don't shut the fuck up, man, with your shitty ass billboards and shit, man. I'm different. I care about my clients. Oh, no, bro. You're just full of shit just like the other ones, and you're even a worse actor. It's so bad. Okay. We're almost done.
Pay me now.
But I can't afford it.
I don't care.
I've got to feed my family. I'll call Denver Crow. I'll call Denver Crow.
Don't you dare.
Make him settle for a payment you can afford as low as $99 a month. That's the power of the new bankruptcy law.
842 help.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh. That was bad. Man, that... Dude, thank you. Someone said it. Any commercial that starts with rap is cringe. Yes. How much do we have for our advertising budget? $5. Okay, then. That's really what it seems. Some of these advertisements, I feel like it costs them money. Yeah. It's so bad. Oh. Top 10 controversial movies that got cancelled. Okay. Ah, yes, some bait car. We'll watch that a little bit later. God, yeah, that was ass. Hold on. Go here. Fuck. That's rough. Well, okay. Golly, man. Not really leaving me with much choice. Watch some Mr. Ballin. And then, Vince, I saw what you requested. It almost sounds similar to what we've already seen. And I know you said it's not the same, but... Because with, like, on this particular thing, the Berlin Wall, we've seen 2 videos. I'm assuming there's stuff that there's new information in these videos that weren't in the other videos, I guess. From now on, can we just find a definitive video with all the information? That way we don't have to keep backtracking 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, 6 months later back to the same subject. Because I've seen multiple videos on this topic. The Berlin Wall. Several. Including the one about the airlift. That big air operation that they did. No. Sorry, I can't see fucking shit on my Discord. Is this the list? Astro, did you do something to the list today? That was for Wednesday, not today. We've done most of everything on there, actually. That's an old list. Sorry. My bad, dudes. I'll start the next one here in a second. I just lose my fucking place looking through this cluster of it. So that's that. That's in public. Okay. I just need. Okay. Okay, after this, Vince, I don't want to watch any more videos about the Berlin Wall, okay? Like, I don't really care who makes the video. I love Fat Electrician, but I don't even care if God makes the video. I don't want to watch any more videos on the Berlin Wall. I feel like we've watched enough. Several, actually. Not even counting the shit about this that I watched like 4 or 5 years ago when I first started watching history videos. So I think after this one, the horse has properly been beaten. Okay? Sound good? All right.
These mushrooms make you feel...
No more videos about Roy Benavidez either. That horse has also been properly beaten to the tune of 5 videos. Okay? I just want to make sure that you guys are on the same page that I'm on. Right? Okay, Berlin Wall, how communism turned East Germany into a prison state.
People are probably going to get mad and call this video propaganda, but in my defense, it's not my fault. The only thing you have to do to make anti-communist propaganda is to open a history book and start reading it out loud.
So that's too fucking bad, Astro. I'm doing this video and I'm not turning back and I'm not stopping. We're doing it right now. And this stays public. It's not like it disappears like it does on Twitch, so...
Today we're talking about the Berlin Wall. It is one of the greatest examples of capitalism versus communism, East versus West, Hungry versus Fed that the world has ever seen. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Operation Good Boy. It's a monthly subscription box. It's got all kinds of good... A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the biggest logistical flex of all time, that being the Berlin airlift, when the USSR tried to blockade off West Berlin to force them to become communist and to join the USSR, and America and the UK teamed up to deliver them supplies using only cargo planes, landing a cargo plane into West Berlin every 2 minutes, all day, every day for 15 months straight, feeding and supplying an entire city with 4.6 billion pounds of supplies. If you want to watch that full video, I'll have that linked right here. If not, that's fine. Here's the bare minimum background info that you need. Right after World War II, Germany and open back up, and everything goes back to working exactly how it was supposed to, and this is where the story really begins. From 1949 to 1951, we had what was known as a green border between East and West Germany. Basically, there was a border there. They're two separate countries. However, it was very, very easy to go from one country to the other and back. It was no big deal at all, which was really important because you have to remember, they just drew an arbitrary line right through the middle of Germany and were like, hey,
Elaine,
these are
what's
two
up?
separate countries now. It was really complicated for a lot of people. You had people that had family members that now live in a different country. You had people whose home was in one country and job was in the other. You had farmers and property owners that now owned property in a country that they didn't live in. It was very, very complicated. And while the border is essentially open, a ton of people from East Germany are taking advantage of it and migrating to West Germany because it's way, way better to live in West Germany, where the evil capitalist pigs from America and the UK have been funneling in billions of dollars worth of food, money, and resources, helping to build West Germany back up as a country, as opposed to the USSR over in East Germany, who has done the exact opposite because they said, hey, we want our war reparations and we want them right now. The USSR takes over $10 billion worth of hard assets and natural resources out of the East German economy and ships it back home. That is a third of the working capital of the entire country. Quite literally just took a third of their economy and got rid of it. And if that wasn't bad enough, they also liquidated almost every factory in East Germany. They took all of the machinery, all the parts, all the material that they had and shipped it back home to the USSR. Not only have they stripped East Germany of all of their product, they've stripped them of their ability to produce. They can't even work themselves out of this difficult situation. Because of this, understandably so, people start leaving East Germany in droves. Now, by 1952, the USSR identifies this problem, understanding, oh shit, obviously our policies aren't very popular. We should probably do something about that. The only question is, what are we gonna do about it? Do we A, come up with new policies that incentivize people to stay, making them want to be there and making them want to be a productive member of this society? No, absolutely not. We're gonna go with option B, old reliable, good old-fashioned human rights violations. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna shut down the border between East and West Germany. We're gonna build a wall or a fence. And I know what you're thinking, walls don't work. Well, if the wall doesn't work, you know what is gonna work? The landmines that we put on the other side of it. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna get guard dogs. And if the guard dogs don't work, we're gonna put up a bunch of guard towers and we're gonna have over 20,000 men with guns watching the border 24/7 all the time. And they have the authority to
I don't know, man. I feel like the Great Wall of China was fairly successful. Really. Or am I wrong? Because you know what the Great Wall of China was for, right? It was to keep him out. Who was him? Genghis Khan. They didn't just build that wall for shits and giggles like, hey, look what we can do. They did that shit for a reason. Did it work? Maybe. I think so. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember that far back in history class.
shoot anyone trying to escape on sight. Now, obviously, there's one glaring hole in this plan. What if somebody is able to get past the wall, navigate through a minefield, evade the dogs, and they get seen by the guard, but because the guard is an East German and he probably doesn't want to be in East Germany either, what if the guard just doesn't shoot him and lets him go over to West Germany? Well, that's
a lot of hypotheticals for a successful mission. I say this is an uphill plan.
The giant sand pit comes in. We're going to line the entire border between East and West Germany with a 30-foot wide pad of sand. And that way we'll be able to see any footprints when somebody runs out of East Germany into the West. And then we're going to know that somebody escaped, and we're going to hold the guard on duty for that sector responsible, and then he's going to get in trouble. Buh! Having a very secure border isn't a human rights violation. Buh! Well, right, when you're using it to keep people out, but when you're using it to keep people in, it's absolutely a human rights violation according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Let me just read that for you. Article 13, Section 2, quote, "Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and return to his country," end quote. So yes, turning an entire country into...
So... that's why, so, hold on. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own country, and return to his country. So, what if you're keeping them prisoner inside of their country? Because this doesn't say anything about returning home to your house, to your place of solitude, to your humble abode. This just says country. What if you're a prisoner inside of your own country? Like what happened when I was deployed. We kept prisoners. We had a prison on our fob, and we kept prisoners, sometimes for days, weeks at a time. 99% of the time, we would have to release them, or some fucking orders would come in from like really, 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 really high up, and we'd have to release these motherfuckers 99% of the time. The one that we held on to the longest, I think we held on to him for almost a month before we cut him loose. Were we not violating this declaration right here? I don't know. I have no idea.
Including his own, and return to his country, end quote. So yes.
Because, you know, when we had them, when we had them detained, imprisoned, we were in Afghanistan. We all were. They were in their country. There's nowhere for them to leave to. Or there's nowhere for them to come back to. Because again, that declaration didn't state house, home, your living quarters. It just stated country. So, I don't know. Something to, I guess, look up. I guess I can look that up later if I'm truly interested. Isn't it different for prisoners of war? I mean, isn't that what we're talking about here? I mean, you can be a prisoner of war as a civilian. You can be a prisoner of war as a soldier. You can be, because war applies to everyone. No one's immune to it, right? So prisoner is just a prisoner. And if it's wartime, you're a prisoner of war. Regardless who you are, what your status is, what your color is, what your occupation is, and what side you're on, you're a prisoner. I figured there's the same rule all around, right? I don't know. I don't think we broke any rules, man, because we got directed to build this prison and house prisoners from the very top, man. We got direct orders from my commander, and my commander got direct orders from his boss to build this shit. So I don't think we were doing anything illegal or anything wrong. But given what that says, I mean, technically we kind of did do that, but because they were already in their home country, maybe it's not the same, or maybe that's since been updated. I don't know.
Turning an entire country into a prison and refusing to let anyone leave while you oppress them is in fact a human rights violation. However, to be completely intellectually honest, I do have to tell you that the Soviet Union is one of only 3 nations that refused to sign the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and they refused to sign it specifically because of Article 13, Section 2, which I just read to you. They basically said that they would only consider signing it if this was added to the end of Article 13. Quote, in accordance with the procedure laid down in each country, end quote. They were unanimously declined because that would ruin the entire point of Article 13.
What does that mean?
13, which would basically just mean that, yeah, you have a human right to leave a country unless that country tells you you can't. So what's the point of even having that as a human right?
That's fucking stupid. It basically voids out the original fucking, oh my god. They're just being petty. That's like saying, okay, mom, I'll clean my room if you do it. Boy, you about to get your ass slapped.
Right. So the border is pretty much completely shut down. The only exceptions to that are the fact that you can apply for a visa to leave East Germany. However, it's very expensive. You get interrogated by the government, and
so only the rich people can do it.
People to actually get these visas awarded to them are people that are working on behalf of the Communist Party, or somebody that is obscenely rich and is for sure coming back anyways, which seems like a weird hypocritical policy for a communist regime whose ultimate goal is to have a moneyless, classless society where everybody is treated equally to have, but whatever. And then of course they have to allow travel from West Germany.
They inadvertently created capitalism right there for a brief moment.
Into West Berlin, and to do that there's very, very strict routes.
You see how easy it is to fall into capitalism? Because it works, because it's functional, because it just fucking works, man. You see how easy it is to fall into it? They almost did right there.
Everybody traveling from West Germany to West Berlin has to take, and they have to go straight from one straight to the other, and they hit multiple checkpoints along the way. And this is extremely important because it opens up the Berlin loophole, because Berlin, the city that's 100 miles into communist territory, has that little speck of capitalism in it, and there's no border between West Berlin and East Berlin. So you can literally just walk from East Berlin right into West Berlin, and it's not an issue.
So I'm confused then. So if there's, and I know there's an answer, but I'm confused. If there's no border, how do you know what's East Germany and what's not? Let me go back.
Berlin loophole, because Berlin, the city that's 100 miles into communist territory, has that little speck of capitalism in it, and there's no border between West Berlin and East Berlin. So you can literally just walk from East Berlin right into West Berlin. And
so what is the difference between the, I guess it's just the inhabitants, really, which is the same for everyone, really, because borders are just imaginary lines. They're not actually real. I mean, it's us that gives them meaning. But how do you know which? I don't know.
And it's not an issue at all. So that becomes the only way to escape East Germany. People travel to East Berlin and then simply walk into West Berlin, and then they catch a car or a train or a bus from West Berlin.
I can't believe the Communist Party would allow that to happen. Because I'm thinking of other turd bags that like to, you know, hold their citizens fucking hostage. He goes by the name of fucking Kim, and he would never allow that shit. Like, just a free way to escape with no kind of repercussions? Man, hell no.
To West Germany, and then they never go back. And between 1952 and 1961, somewhere between 2 and 4 million people do this. Bear in mind,
Damn.
East Germany only
That's a massive migration of people.
Has a population of 17 million. That's over 20% of the population walks into West Berlin and never comes back. And of the people that did leave, they were disproportionately young, highly skilled, highly intelligent people like doctors, lawyers, skilled tradesmen, engineers. And because of this, this got the nickname the brain drain. So in 1961, the USSR is like, oh,
you know, that's funny because that's kind of how America is right now. But I think America's just this way. It's a geographical thing, really. But like 20% of their population fucking left, moved over to a different part of the country. It's kind of how it is here, man. Only like 20 to 30% of the population in America lives past Texas. Like, I'm thinking of Texas as like the middle line of the country. Splits it right down the middle, up and down, vertically, right? To the west, only 20 to 30% of the nation's population is on that side. The majority of the population for America is east of Texas. And like a geographical thing, man. No one wants to live in that arid, fucking hot as fuck, goddamn wasteland of a fucking desert places like Arizona and stuff like that. And there's a whole bunch of mountains, like big ass mountains run through that side of the country. So, you know, that's why everything over there is arid and dry and hot. And there's nothing but fucking rain and hurricanes and bullshit weather over here on the east. That y'all don't get because the mountains that split the country are too fucking high for our weather to reach y'all. And y'all's weather never reaches us, right? So that's kind of like... Anyways, I went on like a little... Sorry.
oh shit, this is a humongous problem. All the young, smart people are leaving. We gotta do something about this. Should we, I don't know, incentivize highly successful young people to want to stay here? Nah. Break out old reliable, more human rights violations for everybody. So, August 13th, 1961, in the middle of the night, a bunch of East German construction workers and cops show up with guns and they put a fence all the way around West Berlin. Not to keep the West Berliners in, but to keep the East Berliners out. And East and West Berlin at this point in time were still very much intertwined. There were people that lived in the East and worked in the West and vice versa, and there were people that had family members on one side or the other side, and there were people that owned businesses and property Germany, there were people that were seeing relatives and got separated from their families, and they weren't allowed to get back on the other side of the wall. There were literally thousands of people in Berlin that woke up one day and it was just like, congratulations, you just lost your job, you just lost your property, you lost your business, you're now separated from your family. Because of this,
Yeah, but imagine that one guy that like really hated his wife, man. And now she's stuck on one side and he's stuck on the other. I wonder how sad he is.
people started trying to break into West Berlin, or they were breaking out into East Berlin to get people and bring them back into West Berlin. At first it was easy because it was just a fence and you could cut your way through it or you could scale it, but that fence rapidly turned into a 12-foot high concrete wall. And then when people started bringing ladders to scale over the top of it, they added a gigantic round metal top to it so there was nothing to grip and pull yourself over. And then they added barbed wire and guard towers and guards that were allowed to shoot you on sight and turned it into a full-on demarcation line around West Berlin. And that is when the escape attempts got incredibly creative. One of the more popular ones at the very beginning was that somebody from West Berlin would remove the gas tank from their car and they would just have a little 1-gallon jug for gas, just enough gas to drive into East Berlin, pick somebody up, and drive back to the west. And the person would be strapped up underneath the car where the gas tank was supposed to be. But then the communists figured that out, and then they had the guard.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, where's all these goddamn German shepherds? Surely they were going to find a fucking human being in one of these cars, man. Okay, yeah. They found out very quickly.
At every checkpoint before a car could go into West Berlin, they would take a flexible metal wire and shove it down into where the gas tank should be to make sure it was in fact a gas tank. So then that plan was out. So one guy decided he was going to take his BMW Isetta, cut the roof off, and then he was just going to drive right underneath the checkpoint going full speed, and he was going to duck, and that's how he was going to break into West Berlin, and that's exactly what he did. And because of this, the East Germans added spike strips and barricades.
Homie invented the lowrider just to fucking smuggle people. That's good. Okay.
To every checkpoint. Every time somebody escaped into West Berlin, the communists fixed however it was possible. They made it more and more difficult, and the escape attempts got more and more creative. Some of my personal favorites include shooting a steel cable over the wall from a high building and then zip lining to the other side. Having somebody from West Berlin get a cow costume and tow a cattle trailer into East Berlin, and then have two of his friends dress up in the cow costume and stand in the cattle trailer as they made it through the checkpoint.
They straight up pulled a fucking Ace Ventura. Remember when he crawls out of that fucking rhinoceros's asshole? Oh my god.
A tank and trying to drive it through the wall. And when you got away from the Berlin Wall itself and you actually went to the East and West German border, the escape attempts got even crazier. One group of brothers took a farmer's crop duster, painted it like a Soviet MiG plane, flew it from West Germany into East Germany, picked up their other brother and flew him back. And my absolute personal favorite—
they're fucking memeing at this point.
Escape from communism was when two fathers got together and for a year and a half gathered fabric and propane and supplies so that they could build a fucking hot air balloon to escape to West Germany. Okay, I'm gonna say that again, but a little bit slower. 8 people, 2 families, 2 fathers, 2 mothers, and 4 children escaped communism using a hot air balloon. Do you understand the gravity of what I've just told you? Because as a husband and a dad, it speaks—
that's a lot of, that's having a lot of faith in whoever was in charge of making this possible. Guys, I don't have the first fucking idea of how to make a hot air balloon. I don't even know where I would begin. And mind you, this is like, what, the 50s? The 60s?
Speaks volumes to me that 2 men in my situation got together, looked around, and said these living conditions are so horrific that the best bet for me and you and our—
and then you have the process of the journey, which is probably full of anxiety and fear because you're just praying that no one sees this big-ass contraption and shoots you out of the fucking sky.
Wives and our kids is to secretly gather up a bunch of cotton fabric, aka flammable shit, sew it into a balloon, attach it to a wicker basket,
How did y'all get it to not catch fire? It's cotton. Or what did he say it was?
and our wives and our kids is to secretly gather up a bunch of cotton fabric, aka flammable shit.
Very flammable shit. How'd you get it to not burn? Did you like lather it in wax or some shit? I don't know. How did you keep it from...
Sew it into a balloon, attach it to a wicker basket, more flammable shit, and then propel it with a fucking flamethrower as we try to get away as fast as the wind will take us while the guards are shooting at us. Okay, look, all I'm saying is I've never seen anybody that determined to escape capitalism. That's all I'm saying. But that's not real communism. Of course it's not, because it's never real communism whenever something goes bad. But whenever something goes bad under capitalism, it's 100% capitalism's fault, and we should get rid of it and do communism instead. Granted, communism every other time we've tried it's ended in genocide and murder and human rights violations, but hey, I'm feeling it this time, guys. We're just like, we're this close to just one, maybe two more genocides, and we're gonna have that communist utopia. We should keep trying. I can't, I need a beer, Jesus.
I'm Javi, and I got Botox Cosmetic. There was a particular photograph. The lines were so prominent, it's all I saw. It made me feel...
Yeah, that's... If...
Sorry, I got carried away. I apologize. Anyways, the wall around Berlin gets more and more impenetrable, and eventually the only way to actually escape into West Berlin is to dig a tunnel and crawl your way out, which a ton of people did. Now, obviously, this is a PR nightmare. The communists have to explain to everybody why on earth they blocked off West Berlin and they're not letting anybody through, and because of that, they decide to give the Berlin Wall their name, the Anti-Fascist Rampart. Fascism, obviously referring to Nazis, which makes this, I believe, one of the first historical appearances of the unfortunately still prevalent line of thinking that anybody that disagrees with me or how I live my life or my politics must be a Nazi. Yeah, that was the official stance of the Soviet Union, basically accusing every Western power of being a fascist regime and saying they built the wall to, quote, protect against fascist elements conspiring to prevent the will of the people.
Well, would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? The first iteration of Antifa. Goddamn.
Despite the fact that the apparent will of the people was to leave their communist regime, but whatever. Just excuse me one more time. I'm so sorry. I just have to Google something real quick. How to recognize a cult. Absolute authoritarianism without accountability. Check. Zero tolerance for criticism or questions. Like getting arrested for political jokes, so I'm gonna go with check. Lack of meaningful financial disclosure regarding the budget. Check. Unreasonable fears about the outside world that often involve evil conspiracies and persecutions. Check. Okay, sorry. Anyways, back to the video. Despite all the propaganda saying the Western world was literally just a bunch of Nazis, most people in East Germany didn't buy it, and a ton of them still tried to escape to the West. Over the duration of the Berlin Wall, over 100,000 people would be captured and imprisoned for either telling political jokes, criticizing the government, or attempting to escape. In just a couple years, by 1964, these political prisoners were starting to stack up really, really quickly, and the USSR had...
Imagine being in that time and you have aspirations of being a comedian. Do you go through with it? Do you do it for the joke? Do you stand on principles and you tell the joke anyways, knowing good and well you might be killed or imprisoned? I don't know.
To do something about it because it was costing them money and the prisons were full and they had to get rid of all these people. So, I mean, what's a communist regime to do? Well, that's easy. We've got all these prisoners that we don't want. They don't want to be here. Let's ransom them over to the West. And that's exactly what they do. They ransomed 33,000 political prisoners to the West.
I guess that's how you'd be able to see what comedians were really about it. Really. Like, I'm imagining right now if they did that here in the States, right? Where political comedy got met with imprisonment and or death. I wonder how many current comedians today would still be comedians tomorrow, right? How many of them are really about their craft, really about their work, really about how many of them truly do not give a shit like they say they do, or like they say they don't. That'd be interesting. Anyways.
West, and the West paid on average 4,000 Deutschmarks per person. I say on average because it wasn't a static price. The USSR put different values on different people based on their skills and job set. For example, a general laborer might only bring 1,800 Deutschmarks, whereas a doctor could bring 15,000. Now, granted, I'm probably reading way too far into this, but I do find it a tiny bit hypocritical that the communist government, the same government that supposedly is striving to create a moneyless, classless society where everybody is equal, is also taking political prisoners, assigning different values on their life based on their ability to produce an economic output, almost like they're putting them into separate classes, implying that some people are worth more than others, and then they're turning around and trying to sell them to another government.
That voids out the whole purpose of being classless. Dumbass.
For money, which is allegedly something else they don't want, which is, you know, weird. It's almost like it's all a bunch of talking points and bullshit so they can have a bunch of control.
Oh.
I can do this all day. How long? What is it going to take to convince you that communism is bullshit?
Nothing, bro. Nothing. Because the people that already drink this Kool-Aid are not going to drink anything else. They're too far gone. It's the fucking claws are dug in too deep. That's how it is with this, man. Sickness. Like a fucking virus. Like fucking AIDS, bro. What it is. AIDS of the brain. And your spirit. And your soul. It's all AIDS. Anyways.
Tell me. I'll do it.
Fire TV has so many great recommendations.
Yeah, serves up the best options from all my apps in one place. It's like it knows what I want.
Your Honor, I object!
And why is that, Mr.
Devastating
Reed?
to my
Because
case.
it's devastating to my case!
Overruled.
Good call!
In addition to the 33,000 political prisoners that the USSR essentially auctioned off for money, they also agreed to release 215,000 East German citizens for the low price of 2.3 billion Deutschmarks. Between 1945 and 1989, over 600 Germans were killed either trying to cross the border from East to West Germany or from East to West Berlin. And that is considered to be a very low, very conservative number because the USSR didn't want to release the actual numbers or admit that they'd killed anyone, because every single person they killed trying to escape communism.
I wonder what country would have the best escape tactics. Imagine like an Olympic Games of what country has the best escapists, right? Like, let's just say your country cracked down on some dictator bullshit and you had to do this type of shit, right? And you had to like find ways on how to escape. I wonder what country would win that competition, if there even was one. What country would have the most ingenious, creative, unique, most badass ways of escaping?
Was a huge political hit to them. Which raises the question, what happened in 1989? Well, that's...
Your boy was born, that's what happened.
The best part of the whole story. By 1989, the Soviet Union was going bankrupt. They were beginning to crumble. They were losing their sphere of influence, and more civil unrest started to occur. And by November of 1989, in East Germany, there were protests, people demanding that they had the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, the ability to critique their government without getting arrested, and most importantly, the freedom of travel. The communist government knew that they had to give the people an inch before the people turned around and took a mile, and the 1 inch they were willing to give them was they were going to get rid of the travel ban and finally start granting people visas. They weren't going to charge them.
These people were like, bet, I'm fucking out, bye.
Money. They weren't going to have some special circumstance to do it, and most importantly, they were actually going to approve people, and they were going to do it quickly. These new travel regulations were drafted on November 8th. They were going to be announced to the public on November 9th on live TV, and on November 10th they would go into effect, and people could show up to the passport office, apply, and ideally get accepted and have the freedom to travel west. And that's kind of what happened. November 8th, the new regulations get drafted. That's fine. November 9th, they hand the new regulations to a government spokesperson by the name of Gunter Schabowski, and he's going to read them on a government press conference on live TV. He didn't have time to read through all the papers. Nobody took the time to explain it to him, so on live TV, he just kind of wings it.
We'll do it live!
He reads off what he thinks is important, which is just, here's the new rules that we're living by, and everybody's like pretty happy about it, and one journalist asks, when does this go into effect? And Gunter, not having time to have read through all the papers, kind of shuffles through them real quick, looking for an effective date, and which he doesn't see one. It's there, he just doesn't see it. So he just kind of shrugs and he's like, as far as I know, quote, immediately, without delay.
Damn.
Das tritt nach meiner
Kenntnis ist das sofort.
And with that, going
Damn.
out on live TV, East Germans got up and started going to the wall. Now, this announcement
And they were not ready.
was at the ass end of a boring government press conference, so not a lot of people saw it. But then the news outlets started picking it up and they started airing it, both in East and West Germany. And then even more people started showing up on both sides of the wall. And within just a few
I saw that on the news as a child. It's I can't fucking remember.
hours, tens of thousands of people had shown up to Checkpoint Charlie, one of the main checkpoints for the Berlin Wall, to go from east to west, and they demanded to be let go because they had just been told by their government on live TV that they had the freedom of travel, and the guards had no idea what was going on, and they were outnumbered tens of thousands to one.
All you can do in that situation to make sure that you survive being that guard is to just open the gate and let these motherfuckers go, bro. You don't really have a choice. You'll die trying to stop them.
And eventually the guards were forced to simply let people through. And then word spread that they actually let them through. And all of Berlin, both East and West, came out and had basically the biggest block party the world has ever seen, as a city that had been divided in half for 28 years was finally reunited.
that
And
party
then
was
they
wild.
celebrated this reunification by tearing down the wall that had separated them for so long. In conclusion,
God, dude, I remember seeing that on the news. Obviously, this happened in like, what, 88, 89? I was born then, but over the course of time, you just see things repeated on the news, man. Like fucking clips of the Twin Towers were in my feed yesterday, right? So you just see things that just, over the course of time, you'll just see like anniversaries and like, this is the anniversary date of this event and stuff like that. So I remember seeing this like early on in my life, like that just like, yeah.
Germany after...
And I'm almost pretty sure my dad was stationed somewhere in Germany at the time. Somewhere, bro. He was somewhere over there. Because my dad almost missed my birth because he was deployed somewhere. I just can't remember where.
After World War II, is he
He
close?
was stationed in Germany at some point in the late 80s, 90s, some shit. I can't fucking remember.
Thing to a controlled experiment that you can have pitting capitalism against communism to see which one would triumph in real life. They took one country with one people, divided it down the middle, and gave each a set of rules to live by. And while capitalism is far from perfect and it has a ton of things that we can improve upon, I think the results of this experiment speak for themselves. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is
Chaka fucking Khan. I agree. So there's not much to dispute and or argue. My favorite part of the video was all the different escape methods that people use. That fucking zip line, that took some balls, bro. I wonder if they got shot at, or if they even noticed that they were using the zip line. And my main question is, how did they figure out the person inside of the car? How did they put that together? It had to have been the dogs. Those dogs are very well trained. Even for this time, they were still very well trained. They could smell something and find it. Right? So it had to have been the dog. Like, you know, we would have caught some shit like that when I was deployed. But back then, they didn't use the same tactics at an ECP that we did. Eventually, they got better because they kept using different tactics to escape. But I wonder how they figured that out. I wonder how they pieced that together. Oh, the limbo car was fantastic. He just drove right underneath it. That's some fucking... That's some Mr. Bean fucking Ernest Goes to Camp type fucking shit right there. It was like a combination. That person has to be a combination between Mr. Bean and Ernest. There's gotta be. To pull off some shit like that. Like, fuck it. I'm just gonna drive at him and just matrix my way underneath this fucking barrier. And that's just... I can't believe they didn't shoot him. We actually had orders to engage, open fire on any cars that would not stop at the T-walls and or the Serpentine, and they were just driving erratic and fast as fuck, which is almost impossible for them to do any damage going through a Serpentine, because it's such a tight turn and it's such a tight space that you can't really gain any speed through it, right? But then you have about like 10 to 15 feet to gain a little bit of speed to do some kind of damage, and oftentimes it's not a straight up ram event. They use bombs inside those things, bro. So all they got to do is get close. But I'm surprised they didn't open fire on that guy in the car, to be honest. Because that's like, you rush the ECP like that, man. I don't really think it matters the country. You're asking to get shot. That's crazy. That's unheard of that he didn't catch bullets inside that car. You were bum rushing an entry control point, or in this case, an exit control point, because they're holding you in. And you didn't get shot bum rushing it with a vehicle? That's crazy. Whoever tried it with a tank, where'd you get the tank? How'd you swing that one? That's impressive. Maybe he was prior service and he just knew his way around. I don't know. Whoever got the tank, that was clean. That was nice. There's another one. The tunneling had to have been a bitch. Jesus Christ. I wonder how long that took. It had to have taken at least a year or two. Then again, I don't remember exactly how far they would have had to have dug. But yeah, that would have been my my first course of action. Really big truck and just barrel through it. But after a certain point, they mitigated all that shit. So you had to dig. If you didn't try to escape, like, within the first couple of months, your chances of success went down dramatically. Because for everything they did, they fixed. For every way they found a way through, they patched it. Right? It was just like, it was like a fucking game developer patching all the fun parts of the game, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? I was doing good here. 30 miles? That seems crazy. I don't know. That's a lot of digging. Through what I was that's a lot of digging through earth, quite possibly concrete, steel, just types of shit. How do you stop a tank? A wall can stop a tank. Depending on the wall. There's barriers that can stop tanks that they can't get through. Even if they hit that shit at full speed, they just can't get through it. And if they manage to, it's causing more damage than anything else, and they won't get much further. It's easy to stop a tank from going somewhere. Immobilizing it, that's a completely different story. You're gonna need some firepower. At least for those tracks anyway. But I don't know. Oh man. Oh shit. All right, let me I kind of want to see. Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on. There is something in my watch later. Roll for 5 days. Okay. Which one do y'all want to check out? Do y'all want to check out Bait Car Wildest Moments Part 4? Or do y'all want to check out Top 30 Hated Actors? It's up to y'all. Just put bait or actor. Chat. Hated actors. Bait car actor. I don't know. Is there the only way I would be able to steal a tank? The hard part is the hard part is not getting to the tank. let's say you're a civilian, you want to get inside of a tank, you want to go onto a military installation. You might have a little pushback getting onto the military installation, but you can pull it off. And then you can navigate your way without getting caught to one of these things. The hard part is that if there's not a tutorial on YouTube, I don't know what to actually do with the tank once I get to it. So let's just say I managed to get to one that's unsecured. I don't know. It's like a dog chasing cars. They're not gonna know what to do with it if they caught it, right? I don't know what to do with that thing if I had it. At most, I can successfully get in it. Turning it on, I don't know how. Starting it, I don't know how. Operating the guns, I don't know how. Getting it to move, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do any of that. If there's not a tutorial that I can pull up on the spot, I'm essentially breaking into something I can't drive. So, that's not fun. Okay. Top 30 hated actors.
You've been accused of...
Top 30 hated actors. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I hate them or not. Probably don't hate them, but dislike maybe, yeah.
plagiarizing your master's thesis. If you tell the truth, you can...
You seem like a really nice...
John Travolta? Hated? I don't know much about John Travolta. He's a good actor.
You seem like a really nice person, and I don't want to offend you.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most disliked acters based on either the poor quality of their films or various controversies that have followed their...
Oh yeah, that guy. I've heard that he's slightly racist, a little bit, just a tad, just a drop, I think.
Careers.
Catherine, what's the good news? You're driving me to Phoenix!
What's his name again? I can never remember his name. I've heard some things about this too.
However, we will not be including those with major legal troubles who landed in prison. Number 30, Katherine Heigl.
You're kidding me. You're firing me?
Steve.
You can't do that! You can't fire me!
Yeah, they should have fired you for that haircut, girl. That's a travesty. That's crazy, man. What was this, was this Grey's? Or Scrubs? Or one of those fucking hospital shows. I don't know.
2007, nothing could stop Katherine Heigl. She won an Emmy for her performance in Grey's Anatomy, and she landed a starring role in Knocked Up, which grossed over $200 million at the box office. But then she burned one too many bridges. She hurt both Seth Rogen and Judd Apatow after criticizing Knocked Up in Vanity Fair, referring to the film as a little sexist. Of course, the real irony here is that her treatment after speaking out may have been the result of sexism, and both Seth Rogen and Judd Apatow later made peace with the star. But then, of course, she wasn't a fan of Grey's Anatomy's writing either, and she supposedly annoyed coworkers on a daily basis due to wardrobe grievances and constant script complaints.
Fairly or unfairly, a few years ago, you developed this reputation for being difficult.
Number 29, Chris Pratt. Everyone loved Chris.
Really? Really? Chris Pratt? People hate him? Ah, man, that's not what I notice. Maybe I'm living in a different reality. I think y'all got this wrong. That's not what I see online. That's not what I see on the internet. And the internet's used by all of us. Anything I ever read by Chris Pratt is always positive. I don't know. I don't know.
Pratt when he was on Parks and Recreation.
Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the thing up here, and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
And then he became a movie star. In 2020, Pratt was informally declared the worst Chris by the internet, being deemed less likable than Evans, Hemsworth, and Pine. Pratt personally blames his uber-religious speech at the 2018 MTV Movie and TV Awards for the turnaround. It could be that. Others don't agree with his personal decisions, like divorcing Anna Faris, and some just don't like the fact that he's everywhere, being a major MCU star, leading the Jurassic films, and even voicing Mario. Whatever it is, it seems like the world has turned on Chris Pratt, the once lovable goofball from our...
Nah, bro. Nah, this is just a case of like, homie, when you get this famous, you're gonna have people hate you regardless. You could be the best person in the world, but if you're this fucking famous, it's inevitable. And that's what we're looking at here. He's not hated for... He's not hated for the reasons that Catherine is hated. Or the reason that other celebrities on this list might be hated. He's just hated because he's winning. Really, I feel. And his religious speeches and him being a down-earth kind of dude got rid of fucking Anna, really, which is, I don't know. Most of us dudes would look at that as like a congratulatory thing. Like, you got that monkey off your back. Divorce isn't always bad. Sometimes it can be a fucking good thing, right? Get your life back, right? And is one of the only semi-logical thinking people in the business at the moment. I mean, bro, yeah, obviously, with the world as soft as it is, there's going to be plenty of people that hate Chris Pratt, but it's because he's not retarded. Really. That's what it is. And again, when you get this famous, it's inevitable. So...
favorite cozy comedy.
I tell you what, that's gonna wear real thin real fast if I...
Number 28, Gal Gadot.
We all have our struggles. Yeah, we do.
It seems like DC megastar Gal Gadot is in a bit of a freefall, and the reasons for this are many. There's a supposed lack of on-screen charisma, with many people criticizing her bland and maybe even downright bad performances. There are her controversial remarks about the ongoing Israel-Palestine crisis. For example, some didn't like that she referred to Palestinians as her neighbors, which some saw as a tactical lack of acknowledgement. And of course, there's that Imagine video, which was universally derided and mocked. It certainly brought the world together in the middle of a tragedy, just not in the way that Gadot envisioned.
What was the tragedy again? What was this Imagine bullshit for again? I can't remember. What was it for? I remember it happening. There was like several actors that were like, "We're one of you. We empathize." I don't know what the fuck they were talking about, but yeah. I don't know. I don't really feel like I hate Gal Gadot either. I've only seen her in 2 films, man, to be honest, and that's Wonder Woman and Fast and the Furious. And to be honest, I think she's just completely fucking useless and pointless and irrelevant in the Fast and the Furious. She's just... I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of over the pretty girl with the pretty face that her job is to be pretty and lure the bad guy into a compromising situation and double cross him. Like, I'm kind of over that. Really? Just like I'm over Mission Impossible movies and like the spy shit, right? So it's like, she was pointless in that movie, and she was okay as Wonder Woman. Granted, she doesn't fit the physical build that Wonder Woman should be. Wonder Woman's like 6'5", dog. Wonder Woman is 6'5", and her fucking calf muscles are the size of me. So that's the only thing that I didn't really enjoy from that movie, is the physical depiction of Wonder Woman is not okay. Man, Wonder Woman is taller than Batman, bro. Like, she's not a small woman. So, but I don't really give a fuck about Gal Gadot.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Did you see that Imagine song that all those knuckleheads got together and sang?
Yeah.
Imagine there's no heaven. This is not the time when everyone's Grammy's dying.
Number 27, Jesse Eisenberg.
I think we should just be friends. I don't want friends. I was just being polite. I have no intention of being friends with you.
Almost immediately from the outset, Jesse Eisenberg was unfavorably compared to Michael Cera. Some people didn't like that he was copying
Jesse Eisenberg.
Sarah's fast-talking, soft...
Let's see.
Compared to Michael Cera. Some people didn't like that he was copying Sarah's fast-talking, soft voice shtick. And
yeah, but I feel that Jesse Eisenberg can deliver monologues a lot better than Michael Cera. And I only know Michael Cera from one thing, and that's Superbad.
While that isn't really his fault, it was a bad foot to start out on. Luckily, Eisenberg managed to carve him.
And this is the only thing I do not like him in. I thought he was pretty decent in every other movie that I've seen him in, for the exception of I did like the movie The Social Network, but I thought it was just wildly inaccurate because Mark Zuckerberg does not behave that way, nor does he act that way, nor does he have big dick Giga Chad energy like Jesse portrays in the movie. So that's the only thing I didn't like about the film, is how wildly inaccurate it was to the kind of person that Mark Zuckerberg actually is. But I did like Andrew Garfield's performance in the movie. I thought Social Network wasn't a bad film. But this right here, this abomination, this travesty, this tragedy, this fucking abortion right here. Lex Luthor, get the fuck out, bro. This was trash, man. Worst thing ever.
Himself out a nice little career, but the vitriol never stopped. Like some others on this list, he's been criticized for playing the same type of character again and again. And the backlash against his casting is like...
That's interesting because, you know, you could say the same thing about Jim Carrey, but Jim Carrey's never been hated at the level that Jesse is obviously hated. You know? I'm trying to think of another actor that does the same thing. I can't really do it on the spot. I'll think of it.
Lex Luthor certainly didn't help. Finally, Eisenberg has developed a reputation for...
Oh, I did like this movie. The sequel was meh, but the first one, very good. Now You See Me, that was a good one. I like that movie.
Being a jerk, a reputation that almost certainly hails from a painfully awkward interview that he did back in 2013 with journalist Romina Puga.
Do you know the comedian Carrot Top?
Yes, horrible.
Well, you were like the Carrot Top of interviewers. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, and it's a good thing. It's
I'm
a
gonna
good
go
thing.
cry now.
No, don't cry now. Cry after the interview's over.
Number 26.
I have to give a little bit of there's never a reason to just be a dick or an ass to someone that you're talking to, especially in an interview. You know what I mean? But I can somewhat understand after a long day, and this is interview number 35. If you're a little bit fed up with answering questions, I get it. But, I mean, if I was doing an interview with someone, I wouldn't be a dick in the moment. I'd cuss you out in my head after the interview's over and just throw a tantrum in the car on the way home. I wouldn't visibly display it to you because that's childish.
Ezra Miller.
They found
Oh, Ezra Miller. Oh, dude, why is this guy not number 26? Who's number 1? Ezra, man, everyone hates this fucking guy. Jesus. I challenge you to do something. I challenge anyone right now to find someone that likes Ezra Miller. Really, I'm kind of indifferent. I don't give a shit either way, man. These are actors. I just give a fuck about what they make. I don't actually give a fuck about them as people. But find someone that likes Ezra Miller. That's the true challenge right there. I feel like everyone fucking hates this guy. Good lord.
they found bruises on Takada, and they believe.
Oh, I know this guy. This guy's kind of funny. He plays in that movie Schitt's Creek. His character makes me laugh sometimes. I haven't seen the entire show. My ex used to watch it.
That Ezra is responsible for that.
Many careers have been ruined to controversy, and it seems like Ezra Miller may soon belong on that list. It's a shame, because they're clearly very talented. Miller has...
I thought that this part of the movie was so fucking stupid, where he's trying to phase through the wall, but can't, and he keeps trying and keeps running in circles like a buffoon, trying to access the Speed Force. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, bro, if you didn't have your speed anymore, you would physically know. You would know in your body. You would physically know. You can phase without touching shit. You can phase standing still. You can phase sitting on your couch. You could have just you'd have to. This was a stupid part of the movie, really, for the Flash. Oh, come on, bro, your fucking brain, man. Like, you know where your powers come from, but you don't have the ability to just like use them properly.
Is responsible for that.
Many careers have been ruined to controversy, and it seems like Ezra Miller may soon belong on that list. It's a shame, because they're clearly very talented. Miller has been in the news, sort of, a lot in the last couple of years, with the downfall really beginning in...
And the crazy part, you guys want to know the even crazier part about Ezra Miller? Is I had no idea who he even was until they announced him as the Flash. Yo, Ghost, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? I had no idea who Ezra Miller was until I saw him, until they casted him as the Flash. No clue who this guy was. And to my surprise, this guy is like extremely hated once I'm introduced to him. And I'm just like, good lord, bro. What's Schitt's Creek? It's a TV series. My ex used to watch it. It has a... What's the name of the actor that plays Jim's dad on American Pie? Something Levi. Something, that old guy, he's the main actor of the show. It's called Schitt's Creek. Something like that. Yeah. It's about a billionaire family that goes completely 100% fucking broke. Bro, they go from billionaires to homeless. And now they have to find a way to live in a new reality of no longer being billionaires. And it's funny to a degree. I didn't watch much of it. It's all right.
In 2020, when they were filmed choking a woman outside an Iceland bar. A number of incidents followed, including allegations of grooming a minor. The reports have wreaked havoc on Miller's career and reputation, and we don't know if they can recover. Warner Brothers tried charging through the controversy by releasing The Flash, and we all saw how that went. While Miller's issues aren't solely to blame for the movie's disastrous performance, they also couldn't have helped.
Look, Alfred, I've come to accept that I'm essentially the janitor of the Justice League, which sucks.
Number 25, Kathy Griffin.
Oh yeah. I think the whole decapitated Trump head pretty much solidified everyone's hatred for this bitch.
Did you ever think, when the career kind of seemed like it was falling apart, did you think personal life's gonna fall apart too?
My personal life did fall apart. I mean, I lost 90% of my friends.
Actually, yeah, that is true. Kind of. I mean, oh, yeah, you're right, yeah. Ryan Reynolds actually, yes, does play the same person in just about every role. And he played in a movie, very good movie, by the way, you should watch it. It's called Safe House with Denzel Washington. Where, I mean, yeah, he kind of plays the same guy. He has a couple of, little quips and stuff like that, but very, very good acting on his part, given what the movie was and how the movie plays out. And he's standing right next to Denzel, so very good. I didn't feel like I was watching Ryan Reynolds in that movie. I feel like I was watching an actual character when he did it. But yeah, you are right. For the most part, he does.
Some people just have an off-putting style, and that includes Kathy Griffin. This comedian made a name for herself through her edgy, envelope-pushing style of humor, but many people don't like that sort of thing. And it led Griffin to a self-professed life on the D-list. Griffin has been banned from multiple talk shows and even New York's famous Apollo Theater. She's burned a few bridges by hatefully mocking numerous celebrities. And in 2017, she earned an incredible amount of ire by posting a grotesque image on social media that was meant as political protest. Griffin was fired from multiple jobs, and even she admitted that she went too far.
Griffin seemed to know she was stirring the pot. Here she is after the shoot.
We have to move to Mexico today, because we're going to go to prison. Federal prison.
Number 24, Amber Heard.
I need you to come with me to Atlantis.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told that rusty starfish Volko, except nicer because you're a lady. No thank you, I'm not interested.
Despite starring in some
That's the smartest thing that anyone could ever say to a woman like this. Thank you, but not interested. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I actually liked her character. in this Aquaman movie. Anyway, I can't remember if she was in the second one too, I feel. The crazy part, I actually liked her character. I can compartmentalize these things, man. Yeah, she's an awful human being, I feel. I think, maybe, kind of. Who shits on a man's bed? You're shit. You're trash. But I actually liked her character in the film. Wasn't annoying, wasn't overbearing, was useful. Could actually do some shit. Wasn't a fucking no fucking nothing useless ass journalist. Like, she could actually do some things. It was, the character earned its place in the movie, but aside from that, that's nah.
Huge movies, Amber Heard is not considered a very good actress. She earned a Razzie nomination for her performance in London Fields, and she was nearly recast as Mira in the Aquaman sequel because Warner Brothers executives thought she had bad chemistry with Jason Momoa. But things really fell apart for the actress during the infamous Depp vs. Heard trial of 2022. Heard was widely criticized on social media, with many finding her fake and unsympathetic. It was not good for an already stalling career, and it seemed to put her public reputation squarely in the garbage.
What is the reaction?
Oh, by the way, she also played in a movie called Zombieland, and she was the first person to die in the movie. It was hilarious. She also played in the movie Never Back Down, if y'all have ever seen that one. It was a good movie. It was like early 2000s, back in the day. UFC was like mega popular, so like this movie hit like super hard in theaters.
What are people posting?
Hey, Savannah. So we are seeing overwhelming support for Johnny Depp on social media.
Number 23, Cara Delevingne.
I want my heart to belong to you and no one else.
My heart will belong to a man who will erase his playlist
What is
for
it? Oh,
me.
Valerian.
people
I've actually never seen this movie.
Don't enjoy Cara Delevingne. And if you take a quick glance on the
I
internet,
don't even know who she is.
you'll find a lot of irate fans that are angry at her involvement in various projects. Her performance in Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets was fiercely condemned, with The Independent even calling Delevingne and Dane DeHaan the worst on-screen couple ever. Many people also didn't like her performance as Ivy in American Horror Story Delicate, and fans of Only Murders in the Building criticized her involvement in Season 2. For many, Delevingne just does not have the acting chops for such high-grade and mainstream projects.
You know, Frida didn't have an MFA. She didn't even have two working legs, but what she did have is natural talent and everyone's attention. Remind you of anyone?
Number 22, Jaden Smith.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
Oh, that's who it is? She played Enchantress in Suicide Squad? Oh, they kind of botched that. No. Through no fault of the actress, they just botched that character, really. And yeah, this kid right here fucking sucks, man. Out of all the actors we've covered so far, this one's the absolute worst, bro. It is clear, very, very clear, you are not like your father.
Not even me.
The Nepo baby
See?
to end all Nepo babies.
Even told
Jaden
you.
Smith couldn't reach the enormous heights of his parents, despite their valiant attempts. He started out with quite a bit of promise in The Pursuit of Happiness and The Karate Kid, but things fell apart once he entered his teenage years. After Earth was not only a terrible movie, but many fiercely criticized its blatant nepotism. It didn't help
After Earth fucking sucked, bro. Bad.
that Jaden Smith was genuinely awful in the film, earning his very first Razzie for Worst Actor. It was around this time that he was also posting bizarre conspiracy theories and calling for kids to drop out of school, and it all added up to a terrible reputation he could never quite shake.
That sucked.
That is correct.
Number 21, Jai Courtney.
Should have told me. Do we have a son?
That John Connor's not my son.
If you ask the internet, Jai Courtney does not deserve his status as the hunky leading
Oh,
man.
this guy, yeah, Divergent. That's where I recognize him from. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen him in too much stuff, to be honest. I think I've just seen him in this movie, and that's it. Divergent. And I didn't even think this movie was all that good, to be honest. I think they made a sequel, too, which I didn't see, because I just didn't really give it. I think the girl that I was dating really wanted to see this movie at the time. I was like, fuck it. Could be good. It wasn't.
Man, despite his and Hollywood's continued efforts. Courtney really went for it in the mid-2010s, starring in the Divergent series and landing huge roles in the likes of Terminator Genisys and Suicide Squad. But many found his performances boring.
Wait, that was him and he played Boomerang? I didn't even recognize him. I didn't know that was him. I think it's because of the beard and shit.
Boring and unmemorable, which is certainly not the quality you desire in a leading man. It also doesn't help that most of his big
Damn, he was the first one to get got too. They made an example to the squad with Boomerang. It was rough.
Movies are considered painfully bland to just downright bad. He never really recovered from the stigma, and he's now hosting.
Pro football has gone international, and the world's most fun and lively city should be next. Dublin, Ireland.
Why?
The games are over 3 hours long.
Reality TV in his native Australia.
Just still lifting my jaw from the floor after last night's episode. This is a very different, very new role for you. Tell us what drew you to the summit.
Number 20, Jared Leto. Now, don't get us wrong. Jared Leto has done some great stuff. That Academy...
I don't think I hate Jared Leto. Really? I mean, he thoroughly let me down with Morbius, but I mean, everything that I've seen him in has been relatively good. Lord of War was good. Oh, and if some of you don't remember, Jared Leto was in American Psycho. I completely forgot about that.
Academy Award for Dallas Buyers Club didn't win itself.
I suppose I...
Actually, I've never seen this movie. I think, doesn't this movie have McConaughey, right? Maybe? I've never seen this one. Dallas Buyers Club?
I should thank you for wearing men's clothes, not embarrassing me. Are you ashamed of me because I hadn't realized that?
But at the same time, he remains a bit of a laughing...
I think he's a decent actor, bro. It's just like... I just think he has a hard time choosing roles that fit him. Or like he gets these roles, but he's not all the way fit for the role, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's him, maybe it's his agent. I don't think he's the worst actor in the world at all. And he's done good in some of the stuff that I've seen. I don't know, man. It's been acting for a while. At this point, it's still very, very crystal fucking clear that your music will always be better and always exceed and outshine your acting career. So maybe never stop making music, or just never pursue this full time, because you know that saying, don't quit your day job? That's pretty much where Jared Leto is at the moment as far as like acting.
Stock. Leto has made some baffling career decisions in recent years, like doing his best Mario impression for House of Gucci. He's also batting 0 for 2 in the superhero business, with his performances completely derailing both Suicide Squad and Morbius. In fact, the latter film was one of the most memed things of the early decade and was widely hated, even earning Leto a Razzie to go with his Oscar. Leto is an interesting guy, and he has had a very interesting career.
I was born with a gift. I am an artist.
Number 9.
Honestly, I think Jared Leto is like a really I don't think when it comes to being an actor, I don't think he's cut out to be a lead. I think that if you give Jared Leto like a very, very, very good script for like a supporting role, I feel like he knocks it out of the park 10 out of 10 times. You give him the lead for anything, No. But who knows? Maybe that movie he was just a supporting actor and it was botched. I don't know.
19. Tom Green.
But the salmon can only say...
Road Trip. Classic fucking movie. Love that movie. I can see why people don't like Tom Green, bro, because even as a child, I didn't consider Tom Green funny. That his type of humor didn't resonate with me as a kid. And he was popping when I was a kid, so...
If there's one name that takes us right back to the late 90s and early 2000s, it's Tom Green. He was the MC of The Tom Green Show, which proved a huge influence on the later pop culture cornerstones like Jackass. But but his movie choices have been, shall we say, a little spotty. Green is the recipient of numerous Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, winning for Road Trip, Charlie's Angels, and Stealing Harvard. Oh, and also one little movie we forgot to mention, it's called Freddy Got Fingered, and it's generally regarded as one of the worst films ever made. Green had a penchant for shock and gross out humor.
Dude, really? I never saw Freddy Got Fingered, but my friends loved that movie. They always quoted it all the time. And to this day, I still have never seen this film.
But even in its heyday, that particular brand proved incredibly divisive.
What in the name of sweet breakfast meats are you doing?
For your information, this is me being creative.
Number 18, Jason Biggs.
I heard that you got a little bit of grief because of the
He's
Bachelorette.
always getting in trouble.
I'm always getting in trouble.
Always in
What
trouble.
is it today?
Yeah.
If you just stick to American Pie, you may grow to love Jason Biggs.
This guy. Right here. Jim's dad. That's the guy that plays in that show, Schitt's Creek. Really, why do people hate this guy? I haven't really seen him in anything. Except for American Pie. And 2. And 3, and then American Wedding, and then American Reunion, and then... Yeah. He was in all those. That's all I've ever seen him in, bro. I don't think I've ever seen this guy in another movie that wasn't that.
The problem starts when you venture into his other works and take a quick glance at his Twitter
Oh, so he has done other stuff that I just haven't seen.
page. Many people hated his character in Orange is the New Black, and while it gave Biggs some welcome post-American
Oh, yep. I never saw Orange is the New Black.
Pie acting work, it didn't do much to bolster his reputation. This reputation began earlier in the decade when Biggs made a number of questionable jokes on Twitter. The targets ranged from inappropriate sexual quips to mocking the death of Bachelorette contestant Eric Hill. There's also the whole Malaysian Flight 17 fiasco, which saw Biggs making a joke after the plane crashed and receiving a number of death threats in response.
There's no room. Apparently my head's already up there.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Number 17, Kevin James. The career of Kevin James started off well, with his sitcom The King of Queens earning positive reviews.
This show's funny. I like this show.
Not to mention an Emmy nomination for its lead actor.
No, you shut up.
Doug.
What? He's making fun of my shorts again.
He's 5. Be the bigger man.
The problem occurs whenever he gets near his good buddy Adam Sandler.
I thought Mall Cop fucking blew ass, but...
Sandler and his Happy Madison productions have undoubtedly brought James fame and fortune, but it has come at the expense of his reputation. Films like Paul Blart Mall Cop, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry,
Hey, dude. Chuck and Larry was fucking amazing. I loved that movie.
and Grown Ups are widely reviled, and James is a lead in all three.
Bro, well, Grown Ups, I give a fuck about Grown Ups. I didn't really like that too much. And then what was the other one? Mall Cop? I thought that sucked. But Chuck and Larry? Bro. Chuck and Larry's so good.
As of 2023, James has received 7 Razzie nominations, 2 of which are shared with Sandler.
Hey, did you really land on that bird, man?
I'm not sure. I did hear a chirp and then a crunch-like noise, but that could have been anything.
Number 16, Ashton Kutcher.
More than 50 letters on his behalf were sent to the judge, including 2 from co-stars Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
The real-life Michael Kelso used to have a pretty good reputation. Married to Mila Kunis, he lives in a sustainable farmhouse with their 2 children. He's also a successful venture capitalist, investing in the likes of Skype and Airbnb. However, along with Kunis, Kutcher has since received huge backlash after their support of their former That 70s Show co-star, the now incarcerated Danny Masterson, became public. Then there are his darn movies.
Hold on. I feel like this is getting blown out of proportion. I feel like they're making it seem like Ashton Kutcher was like writing letters to the judge. Well, he did write like 30. That's not a good look. I can understand if you wrote like 1 or 2, maybe 3, because this was your friend and you're just, being a good friend and you're writing a summary of character letter, right? Like speaking good things on their behalf. It's been done for me before whenever I went to court and my friends all wrote these like character letters about me saying good things. I understand if you sent like 2, 3, Masterson's lawyer was like, hey, man, do your bro a solid, write a letter on his behalf, something. Being a good friend, you do that, it's fine. But bro, 30? 35, 40 fucking letters to the judge? Jesus Christ. That just sounds like begging. Like, I don't care if you're my friend, man. You fuck up, you fucked up. That's it. Like, I can't help you from here. No matter how much money I have, and no matter how famous I am. Like, that's odd.
Kutcher has since received huge backlash after their support of their former That 70s Show co-star, the now incarcerated Danny Masterson, became public. Then there are his darn movies. Kutcher has received a number of Razzie nominations for a slew of crappy films, including Just Married, My Boss's Daughter, and Valentine's Day. The latter actually won him the Worst Actor award alongside his 2010 film Killers. Ever heard of it? Exactly. Let's just say he makes way better investing choices than he does acting.
I depend on her. Sir, it's not the other way around.
I've always thought of Ashton Kutcher as like, if it doesn't have to do with like a love story or like, I love you, break up, I love you, break up, I love you, break up, and at the end of the movie we get married. If it's not that, I don't even think he can do it, to be honest. Because like, I don't want to say that Ashton Kutcher's typecasted, but man, the scripts are damn near almost all the fucking same with this guy. For real. Like, Friends with Benefits, No Strings Attached, like that kind of shit, man. Like, that is all Ashton Kutcher right there. It's all chick flicks with this guy. I think that's where he I think that's where he peaks, to be honest.
So, with your blessing,
I did like the movie The Butterfly Effect. That was kind of weird, but aside from that, everything else, man, is essentially the same thing. And okay, and Dude, Where's My Car? Another classic. I love that movie. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just had a lot of the same roles over and over and over again.
Going to marry her.
And it's always about a chick, some way, somehow.
15. Leah Michele.
Mr. Schuster, do you have any idea how ridiculous it is to give...
Oh, Glee. That's why. I didn't watch Glee, because... didn't, bro. That's nonsense.
the lead solo in Sit Down and Rock on the Boat to a boy in a wheelchair?
There's no denying that Leah Michele is talented. She's an Emmy-nominated actress and was singing on Broadway before her age reached double digits. Really, her reputation didn't crumble until 2020, when actress Samantha Marie Ware accused Michele of treating her poorly on the set of Glee. Some of Michelle's other co-workers came to Ware's defense and accused Michele of being difficult to work with. Aside from being generally rude to others, they also accused her of being a diva. In other words, the often haughty and arrogant character of Rachel Berry doesn't sound that far off from Michele herself.
You get great grades. You're a fantastic singer.
Everybody hates me.
Number 14, Charlie Sheen.
How can you hate Charlie Sheen? Oh man, the dude is pounding fucking 8-gram rocks and drinking tiger blood. How can you hate Charlie Sheen? This dude is a specimen that we need to study for the future, man. Like, I love Charlie Sheen.
Thank you. No, I'm straight.
Few actors are as difficult to digest as Charlie Sheen. Many people love his on-screen work, and he has remained a staple in movies and television for decades. But there are some major and undeniable problems. Sheen's private life has often been the source of much contention, with much of the problem stemming from drugs and alcohol. And while he has always been a controversial figure, people really grew worried about Sheen following his termination from 2.5 Men. Not only were the reasons for his
Which I thought was bullshit, by the way. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did over half of those fucking episodes either high or drunk. And look how good he did. 2.5 Men was a fantastic TV show. I stopped watching when they got rid of Charlie. And they replaced it with an actor that we just covered, Ashton Kutcher. And that was the end of 2.5 Men. That was just...
firing problematic, but his subsequent behavior made him the subject of critical headlines and ironic internet memes. Sheen was doing many things, but winning was not one of them.
I'm by winning.
Nah, bro, he was winning if you ask me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you ask. I don't care what you say. To me, Mans was winning. He was, in every sense of the word.
I win here and I win there. Now what?
Number 13, Russell Brand.
I don't know.
Dude is like, Dude is like I don't know if he's always been this way or if he always kept it to himself during his acting days, but Russell Brand is, man, he has a YouTube channel and he's like all fucking gung-ho conservative, I think. And if he's not conservative, he's anti-bullshit, which is what I like, because some of the shit that he says on his channel, I'm just like, yeah, I agree, man. You're not the first one to say that, and you're not the first one to even fucking think that. We all know this, Russell. Welcome to the club. But yeah, decent actor. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, get him to the Greek. There's like one other in there that I like. I like Russell Brand. I feel like the only people that hate Russell today are fucking liberals and Democrats. Go to Russell Brand's channel. You see what I'm talking about. You're gonna be like, holy shit, this guy kind of knows what the fuck he's talking about. I like this. I like this better than your movies. To be honest, bro, I like his channel better than I like his films. So yeah, good old Russell.
I wouldn't say Hitler, but certainly Goebbels. It was like a little holiday with Hitler.
You could say that many people don't like Russell Brand's brand. His fast-talking, smart-alecky shtick can certainly be grating, and he plays this character in pretty much every single movie that he's in. If he did,
I like his character. It's one of those characters that I'm happy never changes. Almost like what, like Jim Carrey, like Ryan Reynolds. I don't mind that they play the same fucking thing or the same shit. Like bro, for instance, anytime I see Danny Trejo, I expect to see gangs, I expect to see police, I expect to see blood, I expect to see death. Man, could you imagine if they would have casted Danny Trejo for like Daddy Daycare or something? That wouldn't work. That won't work. We need to see this guy in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of those actors, like where you belong, man. Like, this is you. The character's you, you're the character, all that shit.
didn't like Russell Brand in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, chances are you don't like him in anything else either. His personal life has also garnered much negative attention.
Well, I never saw that. I never saw Arthur.
Whether from his known promiscuity or the annoying look-at-me behavior that he often conducts in public. Finally, Brand's controversial COVID views made him a public enemy, like the time he actively encouraged his fans to ignore safety measures.
Lesbian Simon and Garfunkel, 61st and Park. Look.
Number 12. John Travolta.
They call it the Royale with cheese.
I could somewhat take a stab in the dark here and say that I think the reason people might dislike John Travolta is because he might be hard to work with. Maybe. That's my guess. Hard to work with.
Oh yeah, old cheese. What do they call a Big Mac? Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac.
When it comes to Hollywood stock, few have fallen as far as John Travolta.
But when you think about the phrase hard to work with when it comes to an actor, at what point is it hard to work with, and at what point is it like passion for the craft and for the art? Because for any of you who have ever played sports, have y'all ever freaked out on the field or like on one of your teammates? The shit's just not going good, and you're like on a fucking 2-game losing streak, and you're just pissed. The coach is pissed. The team is pissed. Your teammates are pissed. The parents are. Everyone's pissed, right? And you just lose your mind on your team just like one time, kind of like just gets them like pumped up, right? Like, because just like you're just passionate about it, right? But for some of these motherfuckers, I think it crosses over passion into just like you're being an unnecessary dick. But let's see.
Travolta was one of the biggest names in the industry back in the day, but unfortunately, he is no longer taken very seriously. In fact, many people actively hate him. His work throughout the last 2 decades has been mostly atrocious.
What the fuck is this? What is this?
And he has earned Razzie nominations for the likes of Battlefield Earth, The Fanatic, and the widely maligned God.
Yo, remind me to not watch Battlefield Earth. Or whatever the fuck that is.
We don't know what happened, but this isn't the John Travolta that the world grew to love.
I get closure. Closure. Let me make sure I heard that straight. Closure.
Number 11. Jamie Kennedy. When it comes to the filmography,
Malibu's Most Wanted, I feel, killed this guy's career. I'm not entirely sure, but let's see.
Of Jamie Kennedy, Scream is a notable outlier.
And number 3. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstances.
Wait.
notable outlier.
And number 3.
This guy was in Scream, and so was this. Man, it's been such a long time since I've seen this movie. And I think I only ever saw it once. I didn't need to rewatch this shit. I didn't feel like it.
Make sure I heard that straight. Closure.
Number 11, Jamie Kennedy. When it comes to the filmography of Jamie Kennedy, Scream...
I recognize this guy. I forgot that he was also in this movie too. Remember this dude? Ah, bro, he played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo, the live-action Scooby-Doo movie that was like kind of fucking ass, actually. Damn, I forgot. It's been so long.
Scream is a notable outlier.
And number 3, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. I'm getting another beer. You want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
His performance as movie nerd Randy Meeks is widely acclaimed, and his character is easily one of the most popular of the long-running franchise. And then there's everything else. Kennedy was in some real stinkers throughout the 2000s. There was Malibu's Most Wanted, which saw the actor speaking in an unfortunate dialect and mirroring both the fashion and personality of early Eminem. There was also Son of the Mask, which earned Kennedy a Razzie nomination.
Oh, he was in Son of the Mask? No wonder I didn't know, because I didn't even bother watching this movie, this film. I saw the trailer and I was like, nope, fuck that. And then that was the end of that.
For Worst Actor. The less said about that disaster, the better. And let's not forget First Night 2013 with Jamie Kennedy, which brought the actor much criticism for being the shoddiest New Year's special ever broadcast.
God bless you, and we'll see you in 2024.
Good night.
Bye. There's a fight. It's ending with a fight.
Number 10, Tyler Perry.
Okay, now have you ever done sales?
Bruh, I don't hate Tyler Perry, but I'm so over Tyler Perry. I'm so over his films. I'm so over just like his presence. Like, bro, it was like a novelty thing, man. Like whenever I first saw Medea, like I don't know if you guys know this or if y'all are old enough to remember, but when the Medea character was first born, all this shit was done on stage. On stage, like an actual stage with like an auditorium with seats and shit. And then that intrigued me, and it was funny, and like it was one of the first times I had ever seen stage play before and stuff like that. And Tyler Perry's character, fucking Medea, she was fucking hilarious, man. And so I liked it for a time, and then it just became movie after movie after it just like it got old, man. It got old so fast. The appeal just dwindled very quickly for me when it came to Tyler Perry in general.
Before?
Yes, I sold trees.
Oh, Christmas trees?
When you smoke them, they make you feel like it's Christmas.
This actor is personally worth over $1 billion, so he's obviously doing something right. And even though that something right is crafting a media empire, said media is not very good. In fact, it's often downright offensive. Perry has appeared in a wide variety of films and television shows.
Yeah, but no one's gonna say anything because Tyler Perry's black. So, I mean, over $1 billion. People like his movies, man. They do. I think my aunt still watches his movies. I think that here's what I think, bro. I think that the only people that watch Tyler Perry's movies are your parents. That's it. Is the only people that watch Tyler Perry is your parents. Or your grandparents, I think. But I don't know, man. Tyler Perry and his content for his movies is directed at one demographic, bro, and one demographic only. From what I've seen over the years, it's no secret, bro. These movies are only like directed towards black people, right? So somebody likes them.
but he's most known for playing Medea in her eponymous movies. The Medea films are almost universally derided, and Perry has received dozens of Razzie nominations for his writing, acting, and directing. He has also been accused of stereotyping black females, most prominently by longtime critic Spike Lee, who has even compared the Medea films to minstrel shows.
Please, it was $37.95 is what I sent to you to help put that boy through school.
What you gonna do with $37?
It ain't about where it come from, it's what you had to do to get it.
Number 9. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle company has agreed to pay a 6-figure settlement.
Goop? What the fuck is Goop?
And for false advertising.
Unlike many celebrities on this list, Gwyneth Paltrow isn't really hated for her movie choices. She's in a good variety of films, ranging from period rom-coms to blockbusters.
Yeah, I don't think she's a bad actress. Let's see why people hate her.
Very good actress, and none of her characters are particularly deplorable. Nope, this one comes all in the personal life.
See, you know what? I completely forgot about this. Yeah, she was in Iron Man. However, I liked her character. And I know what you're thinking, but XMC, you said that the only female characters you like, especially if they're like a boyfriend or a girlfriend type thing, is if they are useful or add value. Well, she was the CEO. And I don't know how much value that gets you, but at the same time, she wasn't irritating. She wasn't annoying. She didn't get in the way. She did have to get saved once, but I understood why, right? And she wasn't forced onto the screen for no fucking reason. She wasn't forced into a plot that didn't require her to be there. She wasn't forced into scenes that didn't require her presence, right? So I enjoyed Pepper Potts in the Iron Man series. All 3 movies, actually. And we got to see her do her thing in Endgame for a brief moment, so...
Of course, there's Goop, with ridiculous and borderline dangerous health products like Jade Eggs, Body Vibes, and coffee enemas. The company has made Paltrow a national...
I'm sorry. I don't think I heard you correctly. Say that one more time.
Products like Jade Eggs, Body Vibes, and coffee enemas. The company...
That's what I thought you said. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. See? This is the kind of shit you get when you buy shit from fucking celebrities over in California. Whole bunch of fucking weirdness. Weirdness, man. Coffee enemas. Jesus Christ, man. Whatever happened to just coffee?
The company has made Paltrow a national laughingstock. She's also a vocal pusher of pseudoscience, with her cookbooks, anti-GMO stance, and bizarre lifestyle choices drawing criticism from health experts. Basically, don't listen to a thing Paltrow has to say about food or health. Just enjoy her movies.
I mean, I didn't plan on it, and I don't do that for any of these fucking people, but there's some people out here that do need to hear that, so good on you.
You must be the famous Pepper Potts.
Indeed, I am.
Number 8. Steven Seagal.
What does it take to change the essence of a man?
This man knows a thing or two about martial arts, but not about movies. Or, for that matter, being a good person. Seagal has...
Does he even know martial arts? I feel like that's still debatable to this day. Or is it just like Aikido or whatever bullshit he tried to pass off as fighting knowledge? I can't remember.
Been in a number of terrible films, including On Deadly Ground, Fire Down Below, and Half Past Dead, all of which resulted in...
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Hello?
Should you become stranded, be ready.
Razzie nominations for Worst Actor. He's even a sore spot in otherwise decent action flicks, like Stuart Baird's Executive Decision. There's also the fact that Seagal is a bit of a jerk. He has been long accused of inappropriate behavior towards women, and many stuntmen have called out Seagal for being unprofessional and needlessly violent. It sounds like no one much likes him, not those working on his movies, and not the people watching them.
Colonel, we're not gonna make it!
Number 7. Roseanne Barr.
In the 15 years we've been married, has there ever been one morning where there wasn't any coffee?
No.
I think Roseanne is like a savage these days, right? I don't know much about Roseanne. I can't remember. When did this show run?
And one morning where there wasn't any...
1988 to 1997. I didn't watch Roseanne, bro, even though I was born during that time.
Coffee?
No.
Then why do do you have to ask me every morning if there's coffee?
For a long time there, Roseanne Barr was the voice of a generation. Her sitcom was unlike anything else on TV, earning heaps of acclaim and winning its lead actress an Emmy. If she had just stopped there, Barr would have gone down in the annals of TV legends. But she didn't stop there. Barr has been a hotspot of controversy throughout the late 2000s and early 2010s, whether it's posting as Hitler in a Jewish magazine, spreading fake news.
I didn't even look at it. It didn't even dawn on me. Oh my god. What? What is that? I see the Hitler stash. That's already wild in itself. But what are these cookies? From far away, they look like monkeys. Like little baby monkeys. Little capuchin monkeys. I don't know what the fuck that is. All I know is, Roseanne, I think you fucked up those cookies.
In early 2010s, whether it's posting as Hitler in a Jewish magazine, spreading fake news, or tweeting out baseless conspiracy theories. There's also the racist tweet that Barr made against politician Valerie Jarrett that got the Roseanne reboot canceled. This is a strong case of never meet your heroes.
Because, I was kind of not allowed to even apologize for what happened. I was just like blackballed and, just totally canceled.
Number 6. Andy Dick.
Andy, don't touch Ivanka.
It'd be easy to make a joke about this actor's name, but we're not going to. Suffice it to say, it's pretty accurate. For as long as he's been around, Andy Dick has been a thorn in the side of Hollywood, even without...
I've only ever seen one movie with Andy Dick in it, and that's In the Army Now. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything else. Oh. There's that.
Going into his countless arrests, Dick has continuously performed in inappropriate manners and has made numerous enemies across the industry. He's been fired from projects.
Why are you out here getting your ass whooped by two random dudes, Andy? Like...
kicked out of award shows, literally dragged off stages, and even punched by random strangers. He also has a long-standing feud with comedian John Lovitz, as Lovitz blames Dick for the death of Phil Hartman.
As you can see on this security video, a man appears to be waiting for Dick, then lands a vicious blind punch that knocks the comedian out cold.
Number 5. Amy Schumer. We're going to majorly pivot here for Amy Schumer. Unlike the last couple of entries, Schumer is not a bad or disagreeable person, and she has never been the subject of any career-ending controversy.
No, it's just that your comedy fucking sucks, bro. That's what it is. That's why people don't fucking like you. And because you want to sit there and fucking complain about motherfuckers like Chris Rock and all these dudes getting 18, 20 million dollars to do comedy shows, and oh, poor you, poor Amy, only got 11. You only got $11 million when your male counterparts got more. Do you want to know why, Amy? Is because they're funnier than you, and they're worth more to the platform than you are. So you naturally get paid less because you bring less to the table. But let's not forget, 99% of the goddamn country either working paycheck to paycheck or just, making decent regular money for a lot of hard work. And here you are. All you got to do is be funny. Remember some fucking lines for $11 million. And that's still not enough for you. You know how many people would love to get paid $11 million just for telling jokes? Man, imagine if you were actually funny. That 11 million would be 21. It's crazy how that works, right?
But people just do not like her.
I want that. I want that hatred.
Most of the hate stems from Schumer's brand of comedy, as she loves to utilize gross-out, weirdly personal sexual humor in her stand-up. To many...
yeah, like, bitch. I don't want to hear you tell jokes about your vagina. Nobody wants to hear you tell jokes about your vagina. Man. At all. Like... There is such a thing as some good pussy jokes. Dave Chappelle has a whole bunch of pussy jokes. It's just that we don't want to know about your pussy. You know what I mean? Fucking gross ass. The fuck?
The jokes that Schumer tells are not funny at best, disgusting and inappropriate at worst. To make matters even worse, Schumer has been accused of stealing jokes on numerous occasions, which is perhaps the biggest no-no you can make in the comedy business.
Comedian Amy Schumer isn't laughing this morning over those accusations that she stole jokes. Now, the Trainwreck star is strongly denying the charges, and ABC's David Wright has the story.
Number 4, Rob Schneider. This
A lot of people hate Rob Schneider today. I don't know why they would have hated him back in these times. Wow, 1970. How old is Rob Schneider? He's got to be like my dad's age. Or something. Yeah. 50-ish? I don't know. 1975. Looks like he's in his young 20s here. Yeah, I don't know about back in these times on why people would have hated him, but I know for a fact why people hate him today. And what kind of people hate Rob Schneider today? Liberals, Democrats. So you can just imagine the kind of person that Rob Schneider is. A logical, normal person. That's the kind of person he is today, at least. Anytime liberals and Democrats hate you, that's an automatic guarantee that you're just a normal person. That's pretty much what that means these days. You don't really have to be like, oh, well, what did he say? It doesn't matter. The liberals hate him. Oh, never mind. I know exactly what he said. Don't worry about it. Thank you. You should have, yeah, you could have just led with that. That's fine.
comedian enjoyed great success on Saturday Night Live back in the late 80s and early 90s. But, like Kevin James, his reputation took a major hit once he started collaborating with
that movie was great. Hot Chick. I thought that was funny.
Adam Sandler. His work with Sandler's Happy Madison has been widely criticized, from the hot...
Why, man? I love every single time Rob Snyder's in one of those Happy Madison films because the characters are always so funny and wacky and goofy, and it's just... I like all those films, man. The Happy Madison films and shit.
Chick to the bench.
That was pretty much like a Benchwarmers, another fantastic fucking film. The Happy Madison films made up like a big portion of like my teenage years and like my early adult years, man. Shit like Grandma's Boy, Benchwarmers, Mr. Deeds, like that whole fucking company that Adam Sandler has, man. Like that put out a whole bunch of really good movies that I liked.
And the two Deuce Bigalow films. The second...
Okay, Deuce Bigalow, not really that much of a fan of Deuce Bigalow.
2005's Deuce Bigalow European Gigolo even earned Schneider a Razzie Award for Worst Actor. He's also garnered much criticism for being an outspoken anti-vaxxer, believing that childhood vaccinations are toxic, that they are not scientifically effective, and that they can cause autism. It's not a great look for an actor whose standing is already in the toilet.
Wow, that was a brutal comeback. Let's go, guys. I don't think I'll ever recover from that. Man.
Number 3, Pauly Shore.
Watching the movies make me sad because I miss starring in films.
So what happened? Like, why did that dry up?
This name is the very definition of throwback. Pauly Shore was kind of like the Rob Schneider of his day, starring in low-effort, crude, and wildly unfunny comedies that appealed to few. His heyday occurred throughout the...
My favorite movies with Pauly Shore are In the Army Now and Son-in-Law. If y'all have ever seen Son-in-Law, that movie, fantastic. It's really good.
The 90s, starring in some abhorrent comedies like Encino Man, Jury Duty.
Never seen that. Never seen Jury Duty. I think there's a reason I didn't see them. Probably ass.
Duty and Biodome, with his whiny surfer bro voice and complete lack of...
Elaine, that's who it was. That's Rob Schneider. And he's also in several other like small roles. Have you ever seen the movie Grandma's Boy? Where Rob Schneider is the landlord, and he's about to kick out the main actor. He's about to kick him out. He walks in. He's like, "It smells like Cypress Hill concert in here. I do not rent to those types of people. Alex, what is rent? I no get the rent for 6 months. Huh?" And then fucking the roommate of Alex explains that he's like, "No, that's impossible, man. Every fucking month, I give my roommate over here hundreds of dollars for rent, and he's supposed to pay you." And turns out the friend was spending all that rent money on hookers. So Rob Schneider, being the landlord, kicks him out. And before he kicks him out, he finds a bong in the living room And he's like, he walks out and they're like walking out to their car. And he's like, hey, Alex, you forgot smoking lamp. And then he throws it and it smashes and breaks into a whole bunch of pieces. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Was that the expensive piece? That is like easily one of my favorite parts. And it's fucking hilarious, man. It like sets the tone for the whole movie. It's great. Yeah, I didn't know he was in Encino Man. And Biodome was also fucking shit. I don't know why when I was a kid I thought this movie was funny. But this movie's actually trash. It's so bad. Bro, I don't know what I was thinking.
Of comedic talent, Shore soon found himself with few fans and many detractors. The Razzies have even recognized Shore with some special nominations, including Worst New Star of the 90s and Worst Actor of the Century. So, you know, that can't feel too good.
Welcome to Biodome. Welcome to the future.
Number 2, Chevy Chase.
That's his name, Chevy Chase. I couldn't think of it from earlier.
The next time you have one of your outbursts, I'd appreciate it if you'd have some consideration for your kids.
The man is a comedic legend, there's no denying that. From Saturday Night Live and Community to all-time comedy movies like Caddyshack and Vacation, Chevy Chase had the career
Vacation's fantastic, I like that one.
that dreams are made of. But by all accounts, absolutely everybody hates him. Many people on the set of SNL did not get along with Chase, including Bill Murray, who at one point got into a fistfight with Chase after Chase made fun of his looks. Many filmmakers have also spoken negatively about their time with Chase, including directors Joe and Anthony Russo and Community creator Dan Harmon. In fact, Chase became so difficult to work.
Damn, homie pissed off the Russo brothers. He'll never be in a Marvel film. Or maybe he has. He just played some obscure shit. I don't fucking know. Pay attention.
With that he left Community in the middle of its fourth season.
All right, you already know Brittle.
Oh, this is when he was racist, right? He was like hella racist towards like, what's this one dude's name to his left? The black guy? I can't remember.
Britta?
Abed the Arab. Is that inappropriate? Sure.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
I think I know who number 1 is. I think I just saw it.
Number 1, James Corden.
When the presenters are up here and when the recipients are receiving their awards, don't stand at the back.
You know who James Corden reminds me of? Remember in the movie Matilda, where the headmistress makes that one chubby kid eat all the cake, right? And for all intents and purposes, I don't think that very many people like this chubby kid. And then the headmistress just like completely fucks his world up and makes him eat all the cake. I feel like James Corden is that chubby kid from Matilda, the one that had to eat all the fucking cake. That's who I picture in my mind when I look at James Corden.
Of the stage with your hands in your pockets.
While widely known for his talk show, James Corden is also a prominent actor, having found success in both his native Britain and the United States. Unfortunately, it seems like neither side of the Atlantic enjoys his company. While he puts on a nice guy veneer, many people in the industry have spoken negatively about Corden. Just ask Patrick Stewart, who got into a very awkward fight with the comedian at the Glamour Awards. By all accounts, he's an incredibly rude person behind the scenes, often acting discourteous to staff and openly disrespectful of others' work. But it also
He's like the male Ellen DeGeneres. Okay, I feel like he literally just described Ellen DeGeneres right there.
Fight with the comedian at the Glamour Awards. By all accounts, he's an incredibly rude person behind the scenes, often acting discourteous to staff and openly disrespectful of others' work. But it also extends beyond the Hollywood.
That was pretty much the undoing of the fucking Ellen show, was like all these fucking testimonies from staff and shit. Eventually got her ass fucking canned.
Sphere. In 2022, Corden was banned from a restaurant.
No, TJ Miller wasn't on here. We actually just recently covered TJ Miller. I don't think TJ Miller's crazy though. That dude had recently had brain surgery. And then I think a couple of days, maybe weeks later, he called a bomb threat on a train. Local authorities chalked it up to his brain surgery. They even did a medical evaluation and a mental evaluation. And they were like, yeah, we think it's the brain surgery. And I think they just sent his ass home with a order of stay off your feet for the next couple of days or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, the headline looked bad, but once you actually read the story, it became very apparent that it is probably related to his brain surgery.
Restaurant called Balthazar after acting in an abusive manner towards the staff.
As some of you may have seen, last week there were stories about me being banned from a restaurant.
Are there any hated actors that we missed? Let us know in the comments below.
Any hated actors that you missed? What's that one girl that just recently played Snow White? Everybody fucking hates her. Let's see. I feel like a lot of fucking I feel like a lot of people fucking hate Tom Hanks. See. Trying to think. Carlos Mencia. I don't think people hate Carlos. I don't think people hate Carlos Mencia. I think Carlos Mencia is just not. He's not liked very much by his colleagues. Really. I like Carlos Mencia. I thought he was funny as shit. Really. And whether he stole jokes or not, he still delivered them in a way that made me laugh my ass off. Really. I mean, you got to think, it still takes talent to get up there, tell a joke, which is essentially a story. It has to have a coherent beginning, middle, end. It has to flow well. It has to make sense. The audience has to understand. Your delivery has to be on point, and the punchline has to be perfect. Not everyone can do that, right? So it takes talent to be able to do this. Not everyone can just pick up a sheet of paper that has a joke on it and convey it to other people and gain laughter from it. It's not how it works. You actually have to know how to do this shit and like work a crowd of people and ears, right? And eyes. So as far as like the whole stealing jokes thing, I don't think you should. Am I gonna have any contempt for you because you did? No, it's not my joke you stole. I mean, I'd be mad at you if you stole my joke if I was a comedian, but I'm not a comedian. So the only thing I can do is just be like, man, stop doing that shit. Makes you look bad. Really. I don't really care all too much. Not the end of my world, but I mean, whatever. Carlos Mencia was very prominent when I was younger. Me and my homie watched a whole bunch of his specials when we were kids, and dog, just the Mind of Mencia, man. That's what we used to watch, and it was fucking hilarious to us, man. We loved it. And so, yeah. But yeah, stealing jokes is just one of those things that you can't come back from, unfortunately. Just like Amber Heard can't come back from shitting on Johnny Depp's bed, just like Will Smith can't come back from the slap. And just like, yeah. You know, so. Doesn't everyone hate James Franco? Why? No, he wasn't on this list. I don't think so. And one thing that like, it takes a lot of energy for me to hate somebody, man. But I'm just going to say the word hate. I would never hate an actor because they did a bad job in a film, right? I don't really feel like that's fair because the movie isn't 100% up to the actor. You also have the writers. You also have the producers. You also have the people that are in charge of effects. You know, like, it's just a whole bunch of moving pieces. It's not just the actor that makes a film, right? So I don't hate actors because they do bad. Although sometimes they kind of do piss me off when they sign on to do a film that already exists and end up just bastardizing it, right? Like, or just like rebooting a classic and making it stupid, right? That shit irritates me, but not enough for me to fucking hate you. But yeah, not for doing a bad film. The shit that just gets under my skin, really, with celebrities is this holier than thou, I know it all, rules for thee, not for me fucking attitude that they've adopted over the fucking years for some goddamn reason. And I don't know. I appreciate the talent, but I could give a fuck less about the person behind it. I don't care what they experience. I don't care what they go through. I don't care if they're sad, depressed, happy, living their best life. I could give a rat's fuck about these people. All I need them to do is just continue to dance for my motherfucking entertainment, really. So, the shit they say, irrelevant. The shit they preach, irrelevant. The shit they talk about, irrelevant. Even though I do like to comment on just how fucking stupid it actually is. But, yeah. And again, I can compartmentalize, man. I can hate you. I can dislike you as like think you're a fucking idiot. But if you put out a good movie, I'll give you credit for the movie. Right? I can compartmentalize that. And I also, a lot of people do this, and to each their own. But one thing I don't do is I'm not going to deprive myself of seeing a good film just because the actor's political ideologies don't align with mine. You know what I mean? Right? If you put out a good movie, you put out a good movie. Like, we can disagree politically, we can disagree ideally, we can disagree ideologically, we can disagree morally, right? But it's time to watch a goddamn movie, and it's time for you to entertain me. So do that. Shut the fuck up and press play, right? But a lot of people do this. A lot of people, like, they'll skip out on movies that are just really, really good simply because the person didn't vote for the same person that they did, or because the person was rude to a paparazzi, or they'll just find any reason to not. Again, I compartmentalize these things. I can dislike you and still appreciate your talent, man. I don't really like Floyd Mayweather all that much, man. I think he's an arrogant turd bag, but I can appreciate his level of achievement that he's gained in his sport, dude. I absolutely despise the ever-living shit out of the New York Yankees, but I still applaud all of the World Series that they've won, right? Like, my brain can split these things. Right? I'm just not gonna, Anyways. Man. Dane Cook, comedian. He was funny when I was younger, and then I'd like to say that he kind of fell off with the whole comedy stuff. There was a couple movies that he was in that I enjoyed. I thought Good Luck Chuck was decent. What else did he play in? Fuck, what's that one movie with Kate Hudson that he did? I can't fucking remember. That was a decent one too. Dane Cook's movies kind of remind me of Ashton Kutcher's movies. Quite a few chick flicks in there, and just like breakup movies and relationship movies and shit like that. Yeah, Dane Cook was in Waiting. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, so long ago. Forgot about that one. Ain't heard Kate Hudson's name in a good while either. Bro, you want to hear something embarrassing? You know how long it took me to realize and figure out that Kate Hudson his Goldie Hawn's daughter. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure that out. I didn't know that. And when I say it took me a long time, bro, it took me like damn near almost 30 fucking years to figure that out. I had no idea that they were mother and daughter. I was just like, why did no one tell me? I mean, I don't know what I would have done with this information, but I mean, fuck, man. I should have said something, because I had no clue. I thought those were just two completely different fucking people. I don't know, American Brown Guy. You tell me who's in it. You got Google. Let me scroll through. I don't think. God, that video was so funny. Don't talk to strangers. Classic. Need to find. Nah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna I was hoping to watch that new Angry Cops video, but we can just watch that on Saturday. So tomorrow we will be going live on Twitch. Didn't go live yesterday. I was doing some shit. But we will be live on Twitch tomorrow for music. And that's gonna do it for today, dudes. I'm fucking hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Gotta go check, see if I need to put my niece to bed. And then fuck off for the rest of the evening. I don't know what my plan is. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Whatever we didn't finish, we'll do it on Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. So I will see y'all tomorrow, man. If I don't, hopefully I'll have a good Friday. Enjoy the beginning of your weekend. We'll be live again Saturday. If I don't see you Saturday, then enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you again on Monday. Monday will probably be back here again on YouTube. All right. So, oof. Love y'all. Have a good rest of y'all. Have a good rest of y'all's evening. Have a good day, night, morning, where the fuck you are. And I'll see you tomorrow. Music stream, Twitch. All right.